screens of the game, we're going to tab over to this screen, and I'm going to turn some music on and talk to you guys about what's been going on. These are the tales of the KnightLites. We have finished Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and we're moving into Tyranny of Dragons, but those are not... Where is my shit? Those are not ready quite yet, and so... we are playing through some custom stories to bridge the gap between the two campaigns. We went through our first campaign with the first tale with the KnightLites called Wolvesbane, which will help facilitate what Sochom will be in the upcoming 6th Emperor Draconis, and we're currently in our second tale, Falling into Shadow, focusing on Braden Coy the Sneaky Boy and his desire to interface with the denizens and loyalists of the Raven Queen. Braden has become a warlock, and we will see what that entails as the tale progresses. However, as of right now, Sochom needs to head over to, or not needs to, but Sochom is due to undergo a procedure which will remove the corruption from the god of slaughter, Malar, that is currently inhabiting his lycanthropic form. With the help of an archmage necromancer by the name of Dashan Duvare, who is slated to help him. At the same time, the Raven Queen has endeavored to ask Braden to deal with a soul devourer somewhere in Waterdeep, and doesn't have a great deal of information besides that. On top of that, Pierce is training to resist psionic attacks, Connie is getting some medical training, and Lawrence is busy at the forge. Oh, and Rockham is learning to be a blood hunter. So we have a lot going on, but right now, we need to venture to Blackstaff Tower, where it has been entirely too long, but Pierce of Alavrio is finally able to meet with the Archmage and discuss all the things that's been going on. So we fade in on the office of the Blackstaff of Asha Safar, and we see her calmly sitting at her desk with papers strewn about, looking across the desk where Pierce is seated, standing. Wait, what do we see on Pierce's face? Vajra is, of course, completely and utterly unreadable, as she often is.
Mm-hmm. Pierce is seated. He's going through his bag, getting his papers together. He had written...
You are very quiet, and I don't know why.
Give me just a second. Any better?
Much.
Okay. He's seated, he's going through his bag, he's getting the reports he had written up. I would have them for you, but work got in the way, and I'm very sorry for that.
Fine.
He's getting those papers together, making sure they're all in order before handing them over to her. And I can go over what information's in them if you'd like me to.
Yeah, by all means. What are you going over with Vajra?
Just the tolls that the battle at the vault had taken, the current state of the KnightLites, specifically just reasons we were out of town and that the process is being fixed, our encounter with, what was his name? The Blood Hunter. What was his name?
Derek Wolfborn.
Derek Wolfborn. As well as an update on his training, which basically he's now got the Warcaster feat and a couple other things that would help him in his way to aid Blackstaff Tower. I'm trying to think of what else would be in there.
What do we see in Pierce's recounting of this information? Is he nervous? Is he calm? Is he apologetic? What's the mood in this room?
I feel like he's calm, but he's kind of he is leaning towards apologetic for the amount of time it's been since their last meeting. I think he's a bit more confident in himself.
Okay. Do you tell her about Valentajar?
No.
Okay. So there's a Pierce is not finished, but we see a pause in what she's saying or what he's saying, and Vajra like glances over at the black staff and like hides a smirk, and she says, "Captain."
Yes, ma'am.
You have a great deal of talent. Far more than most pupils who come into these halls. You would be progressing even more rapidly with proper training.
I follow. I think.
And then there's the matter of the City Watch.
She nods. He nods. Sorry, Kilio. I'm explaining her. He nods. I intended to go after our meeting today and try to resolve things.
How?
Not entirely sure, if I'm being honest.
You realize that your methods, while effective,
We're brash and immature.
not what I was going to say, unnecessarily hostile to our allies.
He nods.
No one in this city, with the possible exception of the Zentrum, are your enemies, Percival.
I think he nods again. I understand. There are allies, and we should work towards our goals together, not against each other in the same direction.
And even if they are beneath you, and she raises an eyebrow like, I heard what you said. They are deserving of what, Captain?
Respect.
Precisely. Do you feel that you conducted yourself as an agent of Blackstaff Tower?
I think he shakes his head. I made a mistake.
I would have done much the same in your position. But I have earned the right to do so.
Is there supposed to be music playing?
Yeah. The fucking Blackstaff music is playing.
Because it's fucking silent on my end.
Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah, I can hear it.
Try refreshing your page.
Yeah, the lack of music is spiking my anxiety.
No, it literally Blackstaff music is playing. Like.
Yeah, I know, but I couldn't hear anything, and it was starting to get to me.
Okay.
Yeah, refresh might help.
It could just be that the Blackstaff music is, as always, kind of quiet.
No, there was nothing.
It's at the same level as the other music that I play.
Yeah.
I know I had to refresh. It's working now.
Yeah, like if it's quiet, turn the volume up on your side. I can't go much louder because it'll drown you guys out.
No, like they were right. The refresh fixed it.
Okay. No, I was talking to Gamzee, mate.
Ah.
Fool.
Also, don't forget to change your name back.
Okay, all good.
Thank
you, Delta.
A resident of the city for less than a month. You are virtually unknown. And you stormed into the coroner's office like me.
I think he rubs the back of his head.
What compelled you to act so if you will forgive me, out of character. Or was that in character for you and I'm simply blind? I have reason to believe that you had a reason. And I should like to know what it is. Or was.
Out of
depending.
character, drawing a blank on the situation at that current point in time.
At that current point in time, so specifically, she's talking about when you had Sayeth Cromley like over a barrel and were like sassing, like Blastwind.
Yes.
At that time, I believe the twins were just dealing with their lycanthropy thing, and also there was the issue with trying to find the Stone of Galore.
And it was just the fireball that had just happened.
Yep. But I do remember that Pierce was distracted by something. I don't remember if somebody had been threatened or if it was the twins being were animals that was bothering him. I don't remember which one.
Was it Mert threatening Connie or something else?
It might have been Mert threatening Connie.
No, that happened after.
Yeah, what about wasn't the fiasco with the little kid around that same time?
Yes, but that was resolved. Like Pierce was rough during the investigation phase, and that's what Vajra's talking about. She's praised the way that he handled the actual standoff. And I remember Pierce was distracted by something, but I don't remember what it was.
No, wait, it was not long before that was Braden was outed as the fucking Zintrum.
Maybe that was it.
Aye. Because I was part of that whole fiasco.
Yeah, that did happen. Trying to think of the answer he would give here. I think the answer is stress combined with a sense of urgency.
Okay.
The only thing I can think it would be stress combined with a sense of urgency with everything going on. Combined with inexperience.
A pale excuse. Such a thing is beneath you, frankly. If you find yourself unable to bear pressure, there is no reason for you to bear it and make a public spectacle. You have not made many mistakes, Percival. Failing to report for training or duties is comparably minor, given your skill and the work that you've done for the people of Waterdeep, which is ultimately our chartered goal. However, there are certain points regarding your time in Waterdeep that I cannot ignore. It is hard enough to ignore your relationship with Executor Seergaze.
I think that kind of catches him off guard just a little bit. But I don't think he says anything.
We cannot fault who we are destined to interact with. We cannot fault the circumstances of our birth. Nevertheless, it is a stain, and not for the reasons that you may think. Let me be clear. I do not harbor the same animosity for Constance Gambleson that I do for Tristan Seargaze. He is the burning cloth on a bottle of alcohol. He is dangerous, Captain.
He gives a smaller nod.
And to be perfectly frank, I fear for the people of Waterdeep in his presence.
I believe I follow.
I see disaster for you if you emulate his tactics. And I am aware of the irony of me saying that. But I usually have a grounding force. Seargaze does not. And I dare say he enjoys winding up the other lords. I won't bar you from associating with him, Captain. But I will expect a measure of restraint in doing so.
Yes. I'm blanking on the title again.
Archmage.
Yes, Archmage.
Should I bother giving you a list of classes to attend?
Out of character, I don't know how I would answer this.
Probably with yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Well,
If you-
no, because, like, here's the thing. If Pierce realistically is not going to go to class, I feel like lying to Vajra would be worse.
Yeah.
I mean, are you gonna go to class?
Probably not. He's an adventurer.
Yeah, probably not. I'm actually going to use your words like they were mine.
Are you sure that won't make her angrier?
Lying to her and her finding out later that I didn't go will probably get me stabbed.
Get fireballed.
Yeah.
Fireball.
Go on, Pierce.
Give me. Hang on.
Mm-hmm. Badum. Yeah. Okay. Wow, when Du Bois said hang on, he meant it.
Apparently.
Rip.
I didn't expect him to leave. So meanwhile, while Nightfall's in China, what are the rest of you like? We need to catch up with you guys like the afternoon before Stockholm's.
I'm back.
Okay, never mind.
That was timing.
So, Nightfall, how was Beijing?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, did you bring anything back?
No,
Come on,
I
we're
did
just
not.
souvenirs.
Unfortunately.
When you said hang on, none of us expected you to just be like teleport. Like, you okay?
Yeah,
You
I was
good?
being yelled at to close off the bathroom floor. That's on me.
Okay.
Hello. I think. Yeah, the honest route's probably best here. I don't believe so. It would be foolish of me to say yes and then circumstances occur.
Practical lessons, then.
Nod.
Can I count on you to study on your own time?
He gives a firm nod. Yes, Archmage.
Like, waves a hand and a quill, like, activates on her desk and starts writing something. She doesn't touch it, because of course not.
Of course not. Why would she dirty her hands with pen ink?
Right? Very well. Have you decided on your next adventure?
We have some loose ends to tie up, but not yet.
Very well. I've heard disturbing reports, Captain. And if your adventures are going to take you afield, I should like to know.
Delta, are you okay? You sound like you just got fucking Thanos snapped.
You alright, dude? I'm fine, I'm just flailing hands at nightfall.
Oh, okay. Why are you
Dagger in hand.
I'm sorry.
Dagger in hand there.
Yes, pretty much. You were there when I fucking... No, actually, no, you weren't there last session. Okay, never mind.
No, I was not.
Okay, you were... Our character was around when Braden said, okay, we've got a soul devourer to fucking track down. Vajra might have some information on it.
Oh.
So it's like, fucking, I forgot you weren't here last session. That's why I was flailing like, after you motherfucker.
Oh. That would do it. So my character was there, yes?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, you are.
So my character knows this thing. Wouldn't call it an adventure, but one of my other companions has learned something concerning.
The orc?
Nod.
Allow me to put it a different way. The serpent?
She knows. Fuck.
Quick, Nightfall, see the Raven. They'll never expect it. Deflection tactics.
Yeah. Technically, no, it's not the serpent.
He's gonna try not to let it phase him and just keep going.
I mean, from Vajra's point of view, Braden is his interim.
Yeah.
It's me and them.
Like, look, if you want to lie to the Blackstaff, feel free. She is
Okay,
one of the most powerful people in Waterdeep.
Yeah. I took that as a different way then.
No, the symbol of the Zentarum is two serpents.
I took it as, is this a party problem or is this a Zentarum problem?
No. That was Vajra saying, I know he's a Zentarum.
Okay, then. Yeah, I took that a different way then.
Yeah, and just I think he's just gonna give a slight nod and just keep going. Like, just not even let it phase him.
Okay.
From what he's been able to find out, there's something of a, finger quotes, soul devourer in the city.
The quill stops moving for just a second. We don't see surprise on Vajra's face, but we do see her make the face of collecting herself, and then the pen starts moving again. That was a concentration check from the Blackstaff.
Wow.
Jesus.
Hello?
It's just.
Hi.
Oh.
I think he's gonna stay silent until she finishes writing or saying something.
To be clear, Captain, Force Grey and the Zentrum are not at war.
They're not what would be
opposed.
called. They would not be called allies.
Which makes it difficult for me to have their information. Are you offering, Captain?
What information he's willing to give me, I can most certainly. I'm sorry?
I didn't say anything.
That may not be much.
It is more than nothing. Is there a reason to keep what your sibling knows of the Zentarm's activities from me? I cannot promise that I will not use them to further the ends of Force Grey, but I can assure you that I'll not catch either of you in the crossfire. I remind you, there is no shortage of intrigues in Waterdeep, Captain. This should not surprise you.
Is it just me or is having a problem with the mic?
Am I?
No?
I'm not
here.
I'm not hearing any issues.
I haven't.
No,
I haven't
it's
heard
my
anything.
connection. Everyone's having a problem. Oh god.
Oh god. Poor Delta. Rip the overlay.
No,
Never mind, it's back.
it's fine. Brightwind cannot stay in Roll20 to save his life.
Nope.
So anyway, yeah, waiting on you now.
He gives a bit of a nod. I understand.
Then I have your approval.
Approval for what exactly?
That you will obtain sensitive Zentrum information through your agent on behalf of Force Grey.
Well, he stuck his nose in it this time.
This time.
Rip.
I mean, it's kind of his job. This is in his job description.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Test.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Wow.
Welcome back.
Heckfall is not sure what to do.
I am not sure at all.
Neither is my internet. It's okay.
Heyo.
Well.
Come on, Nightfall.
I can do this.
Yes, you can. I just wish you'd do it a little faster.
Ah,
That might be asking a lot. It is nightfall after all.
I mean,
Just jump out the window. You'll be fine.
he freezes slightly less than Birchmila, so it's okay.
With respect to nightfall, if it's not
Hey, I resemble that remark.
Exactly.
with respect to nightfall, if it's not a question, they kind of tend to tend to stagnate a little.
Yep, I know.
I will put forth my best effort. I have no plans to drive a wedge between me and my brother.
Nor do I. So what's this about a devourer of souls in my city?
I don't have a lot of information.
Get it, Captain.
That was the plan. I was coming to see if you knew anything as well. But apparently this is new information.
I don't say this lightly, Captain. This is the first I've heard.
You also mentioned some disturbing reports.
Unrelated to that, yes. What do you know
I've had a
of
full...
Dragonkin?
Check?
Nature.
Nature.
While he's doing that, check my back.
Hi, hello, hi.
Aye, hello, you're not all robots now, thank God for that.
Nature check.
Hooray.
Okay, that's wisdom base, isn't it? No, it's int.
It's int.
First roll of the night.
Okay. You can ask me any 2 questions about Dragonkin that you want.
What classifies as Dragonkin?
Dragonkin is anything reptilian, warm-blooded reptilian, usually very arcanically charged, that purportedly can trace their blood to either Bahamut or Tiamat.
This is not a... I'm going to hold this question for this conversation, if that's okay. Progress the conversation a bit.
Nope, because the question was, what do you know about Dragonkin?
Oh, okay.
This role was to facilitate Pierce's answer.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
You can
my
ask
next
questions whenever, just for the record. This is to see definitively what Pierce knows.
Yeah, what Pierce knows. I think I wish to ask, I know I
Yes?
asked what counts as a dragonkin. I want to clarify information. Can I do
Mhm.
that?
Yep.
Dragonborn, kobolds, pseudo-dragons, question mark?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Wyverns,
wyverns.
true dragons.
Wait, Dragonborn count?
Yep.
They,
Dragons and kobolds and dragonborn, oh my.
I
Dang
thought
it, Crazy.
Dragonborns were like their own separate thing from dragons.
Lizard folk
Okay.
are their own separate thing from dragons.
Yeah, lizard folk are
Like-
different. They're cold-blooded.
Like, for the purposes of 2 mages discussing what dragons are, Dragonborn count. Ask a dragon, Dragonborn don't count.
Yeah.
Apparently, you ask old school Goliaths, dragons don't count. Dragons born don't count.
Correct.
I think he
Well,
lists
well,
off to me.
no, they count. He said they were dire kobolds. Kobolds count.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
He
think
never
he's
said
gonna
they
let you
weren't
know.
dragons. He just said they weren't like good for much.
I'm gonna list off like the biological traits that you told me. For example, dragonborns, kobolds, wyverns. pseudo dragons as well.
Lasher gets up. The quill continues writing. Gets up, walks over to one of the bookshelves, runs a finger over the spines of the books, pulls out a book, and you can see, like, you know how the D&D books have the Dungeons and Dragons at the top before the actual title?
Mm-hmm.
It says Volo's Guide 2, like that,
Oh no.
and it says all things scaly,
Oh my god.
and she pulls it off the
There's everything from Yonti to dragons in this book.
yes. And she pulls it off and kind of sneers at it, and then just, like, turns and holds it out to you.
I think he takes it.
Turn to
It's all
page
just
204.
nut. He flips to it.
This is a Da Vinci-style diagram of a half-dragon. Half-dragons are large creatures. They're, like, dragonkin... they're like Dragonborn plus. They have a more powerful breath weapon. They have like natural arcane affinity. They're much bigger and more powerful. They can grow wings,
I guess
etc.
I'm getting this information from the page.
Correct.
I've never heard of these. Just like, I think he pulls out his spell book and makes a couple notes.
Check the footnote, Captain. She sits back down.
You know what's the footnote say?
The footnote says that half dragons, while like the footnote, by the way, is just Volo's unsubstantiated rambling.
Nice.
Right? It says, like, half dragons, generally speaking, are like, even the chromatic ones are like civilized, like, to a degree. Like, they understand draconic, like, charisma. They can interface with people. You can talk to a half dragon pretty much in every case, right?
It reminds me of like I want to say full orcs a little bit.
Sorry?
Reminds me of the full orc culture thing.
A little bit.
Just
But Volo says the last sentence of the footnote is, but their bestial cousins, meanwhile, ellipses, and then it just stops.
I see. And he's gonna write as much information down as he can.
Okay.
Why bring up such a creature?
Both of them get on, whilst respected in some circles, is a
Madam.
long-winded fool, Captain.
Oh, goodness.
We know, we met him.
I know, I've met him. Bit of a nut.
The
Smart though.
blowhard.
That's putting it nicely.
For years, I assumed that footnote was referring to kobolds. Comparing kobolds to half-dragons is laughable, but most of what Gedon does is laughable. Until I received a report from Neverwinter.
He stops writing for a moment.
Less than a 10-day passed. Apparently, a farm was attacked by dragonfolk.
Dragonfolk. Pause.
Humanoids,
Not
taller than a
dragonborn.
man.
So not dragonborn.
Apparently not. The reports are
Chromatic or
unsubstantiated
metallic?
and prone to exaggeration. Farmers, you know how they are.
Yes. He nods.
And if it was just one, I would assume hungry lizard folk. Kobolds coming down from the mountains. A bear, perhaps.
But we have
Hi.
multiple reports.
I have received a half dozen in that same span of a 10-day. From all over the coast.
All over the. You're joking.
Isolated, all of them.
dragon folk attacking cities all at once. Not even cities, farms all at once.
Trappers in the wilds, farmers, fisher folk out to sea, Captain. Never more than 3 or 4 at a time, at the most. Too few for corroborating witnesses. No evidence. And yet... She glances at
All
the
of
black
them
staff
are-
again.
All of them are the same, I'm guessing.
Or near enough. I've looked into it. Spirit. I called Gedon here. The bastard's on a boat to Cholt. I have half a mind to port out there and drag him back.
Who is?
Bolo.
Volo,
Volo, yeah. Yeah.
because his name is Volo Gadarn.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot his last name.
I don't know what he could be alluding to. There's no record in the tower of bestial dragon folk. We have a mystery on our hands, Captain. A mystery that appears to be growing teeth.
They attacked all at relatively the same time. No record beforehand. You don't think this was planned, do you?
I don't know what they are. For all I know, it could be particularly enterprising goblins, Captain. Or
Are there any reports of...
another spell surge.
I'm sorry, just fucking 3 goblins in a trench coat look like a fucking dragon kitten.
Right?
Goblins, we can deal with. Spell Surge is a lot worse. But dragon folk attacking all across the Sword Coast at relatively the same time. Where was the nearest occurrence?
Neverwinter?
So far.
A bit. But if you're going to be roaming the wilds with your siblings, perhaps you'll run into something. As of right now, Waterdeep and its holdings are unaffected. I'm keeping an eye on Golden Fields.
While we are out, if we do go out, I would like to keep you updated to whatever degree I can.
Then do so, Captain.
Then he holds out the note card. This is really small, and I have to write really tiny.
It is a wonder of the ancient world, Captain. It is a direct link to one of the most powerful and most
I didn't know any of
active members of Waterdevian nobility. I apologize if it's not convenient enough for you.
I had no idea. I apologize. Wait, you gave this to me? Of all people? What? Looks at the note card again.
You have the makings of an archmage, Percival. You are by far the brightest star rising from the, you'll forgive me, primordial soup that is adventurers.
Thanks, Vajra.
I mean, arcanically speaking, she's right.
Doesn't mean she had to say it.
What do you mean, arcanically speaking, Bard?
Like, as a mage. Which is what she cares about.
I meant the more she's right part, but That's not for me to know. I see. Thank you, Archmage.
Keep the book. Investigate. And while we're on the topic of increasing your libraries, she holds out the piece of paper that the quill was writing on. Take this downstairs to the quartermaster.
To the quartermaster? He's gonna take it and look it over. Or did she roll it up first?
She rolled it up.
What is it? What's it for, rather?
An attempt to curb your truancy.
You're gonna have to try a lot harder than a piece of paper to get rid of Sockman and Braden.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
That'll be all, I think.
He nods.
I expect
Thank
a
you for your
report
time.
promptly on this Soul Devourer, and if it proves too much for the heroes of Waterdeep, she tries not to smirk. Perhaps Backstaff can be of assistance.
We'll try not to get in too deep.
You're dismissed, Captain.
I think he turns to go and goes downstairs.
You go
Or,
downstairs. You go downstairs to the quartermaster, which I imagine is a talking Rolodex.
Ooh.
Nice.
I'm sorry, what is a Rolodex?
The spinny thing that a librarian uses.
The thing with all the note cards slotted in.
Yeah.
Ah!
I
This is
present
this is-
And Vajra's attempt to curb your truancy is a spell book.
Okay, I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
Does
Oh no.
It contains
Fuck.
11 spells that you do not know.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Oh my god,
I was afraid.
that is a really low roll for D10s. My
I was-
god,
Yes, it is.
I was afraid this was going to be something else, and that Pierce was going to be.
I was
Stop.
afraid I was gonna have to make a charisma saving throw when I picked this book up.
Hang on.
I was afraid you were going to be getting sassed for the next 13 episodes.
No, Crownswell's not back at the tower yet.
Crownswell ain't the only one. Crownswell ain't the only one.
So, no. You open it, and in, like, a little adventure font,
Oh my god.
it says, it says Vajra spellbook, keep out mom.
Oh!
Wow.
You should feel honored, mother.
Yeah.
Oh!
I have 4 fuzzies right now.
You got a hand me down from the black staff. Well done.
This is amazing. Is it just any spells? Or is it specific levels?
They are below 5th level.
All of
So
them are
anything
below-
4th level and below that you don't have. You can pick
Okay.
11 spells. You still have to copy them into your book. You still have to memorize them. You still have to learn them. But they will function as scrolls.
Okay, so I learn these spells, and then I can use her book as a multi-use scroll. Got it.
Yeah, basically.
But if you lose it, she'll probably kill you.
Oh, definitely. Okay. So, first question. How much
Mhm.
does this weigh? Because I'm adding it to my inventory.
4 pounds.
4 pounds. Little Vajra's spellbook. Can I try to see if there's anything magic on the book itself?
Yes. You don't have to. It's been treated with a like a modified gentle repose to keep it from aging.
Okay. Nice. Now I'm gonna take it and put it in my bag.
Okay.
Since I'm adding stuff to my thing, how do you do the encumbrance rules, Bard, in this game? It might be different from Crown. I keep hearing things about Crown.
It's the same as Crown.
Oh.
I use advanced encumbrance rules.
And what are those rules?
Are you encumbered?
If we're using the base rules of your strength times 15 before you're encumbered.
Per your character sheet, do you have simple encumbrance turned on, or do you have advanced encumbrance turned on?
It is set to... Where is it? It's simple.
Okay, set that to advanced.
It says variant.
Variant, it's fine.
Oh, absolutely.
Are you encumbered?
By a lot.
Okay. How encumbered are you?
It says heavily.
Okay, so you're heavily encumbered.
Yeah, you might want to drop some of your stuff off at the mansion, or not the mansion, the
Let me shove some of this
manor.
in the
I
bag
mean,
of holding.
it is kind of a mansion if we had made it into a house.
It's
instead of a bar.
it's a manor, but yeah.
Okay.
All of you should set it to variant encumbrance, by the way.
Where does
Just
it
did.
say? Where does it say how encumbered you are?
At the very bottom of your gear. Okay, I'm just gonna have to sort some of the stuff.
It doesn't
Bit.
tell me. It doesn't say anything like that for me. What the
Then you're
fuck?
not encumbered, friend.
I mean, you are playing sock. I feel like that's the last thing that's gonna come up.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Unless,
You have
we-
powerful build and 7,000 strength rating.
I only have 23.
Only 23, he says.
Oh, I also need to click
Compared to
ignore
7,000.
non-equipped items.
What'd you say,
Still
Pierce?
encumbered. I said I also need to click ignore non-equipped items, and it still does it. Okay. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm just done. Okay, I'm gonna go and start to leave. Is there like? Yeah, no, I'm gonna go start to leave and call a cab. Or fuck, not cab.
Carriage?
Carriage. And I'm gonna head back to. Where was the last I heard the party was?
Toskull Manor.
Troll School Manor. Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys have an afternoon into an evening to while away before Sokkam's operation. Sokkam is off with Rashal, but that's not going to take all day. So, is there anything you guys want to do, or should we cut to Sokkam coming back finishing the soup?
Sokkam's not gonna finish the soup.
Why not? It's delicious.
It
gonna
is.
say.
It is delicious, but he's trying to keep it light. He already had some put in him because Miss Whisk Wizard shoved the spoon in his mouth.
That
and
was a
he's like,
spoonful.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
you
she
have
gave
a
you
meal, dude.
And she gave you a cup.
He was told not to eat it all, and he's just whatever. I'll have a couple more.
So, do we just want to cut to Sok coming back with soup, or...
Unless people want to investigate this Devourer of Souls, I think so.
Do you want
I mean, Braden's plan was to come back, get Sock sorted, and then, like...
Sok is going to be sorted that evening, so
Yeah.
you have an afternoon. Alzia has an afternoon. Because now Pierce is caught up to speed.
Well,
So?
Lawrence is probably alternating between working at the forge and on his breaks, he's, writing in his notebook.
Okay.
Because now that the manor's done, he's getting ideas.
If Connie has the time now, she might poke Embrick and Avi, see if they have any critter work that needs done.
There's always critter work that needs done, but does that require a scene?
No, just saying where Connie is.
Fair dues. Okay, so yeah, so more or less, everybody's at the tavern. It's about 5 bells or so. You need to start getting ready to like heading over to the temple row, and Salcom comes back in with a steaming, like literally like pint glass, and probably a smile.
Oh yeah. Hey guys.
Probably the scent of it will catch Braden's nose.
And Lawrence too, because
That's there. Suck him. What you got there?
Soup.
Did you eat
Squints
it?
his eyes.
really good soup, apparently.
Braden with a squint in his eyes. So I thought you were told not to eat.
I was. And then Rochelle's sister shoved a spoonful into my mouth, and I was like, what's a couple more spoonfuls gonna hurt?
As Vile like saunters over, where did you get that?
At the he's like I can't remember her first name.
Caprese.
Caprizi.
Caprizi. At Caprizi Whisk Wizard's restaurant.
Which one? It was the cafe. It's called Caprizi.
The one called the cafe. It was called Caprizi.
Can you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh shit. Thief steal.
If she's trying to take, if she lunges for my thing, I'm shoving her ass.
No, she's not lunging for it. She's gonna try to pickpocket it.
Oh fuck no! I am actively looking at it, so get fucked.
This is what we do with our skills.
All right. So Salk got a 19, which is high enough that I have to roll against it. So let me go grab his Vile Rosnar.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
I'm tempted to give her advantage by distracting Sockum.
No, fuck you. Don't take my
Because
soup.
everyone wants that suit now.
Don't take my soup. I'll destroy you.
Okay, she got a 12. So, so I think you're like the cafe. Caprizi, hey, wait a minute. Just like hold the soup above her head, and she's like puts her fists on her hips and scowls at you.
I earned this fair and square.
You're not supposed to eat anything. You're sick, remember?
I'm not sick. I'm going under for surgery. He looks at Connie like, is that the right word?
And therefore, you don't need. And she's like hops up on her toes and tries to grab it.
Have you tried asking him?
He shouldn't have it in the first place. It's not stealing if you take something that someone shouldn't have.
Don't think that's how it works, but
And
By the looks of it, he was given it as a gift, so...
I mean, Lawrence is leaning up against the wall, like, Master Avi would say it'd be for your own good for us to take that from you.
And I will fight.
See, I'm doing a service to my fellow KnightLite. Now give it here.
And I will fight. And I will fight each and every one of you for it. I earned this.
At least give us a taste, dang it.
I will absolutely let all of you try a spoonful.
Immediately, there's a thunk and a row of shot glasses is on the bar.
Thanks, Leaf. Fucking
Probably even Leaf wants some.
go about
Right?
like trying to distribute it.
Yeah. You pour a shot of caprese soup for everyone.
While Rochelle was getting money from their safe for a trip to the bank, Miss Whisk Wizard shoved a spoonful of the soup in my mouth and asked me what I thought it needed. I said oregano, and on our way out, I was gifted with a glass of soup.
That's not a glass, it's a small barrel.
This is just a glass. Look, it doesn't even take up my entire hand.
yes, but your sock.
Have you
Compared
seen
to
the
the
size
rest
of
of
your
us,
hands?
Compared to the rest of us, it's a pony keg.
Yes, that's...
Do you have any idea how much that quantity of soup would cost at Caprese?
No, I don't. I've never ate that before.
You probably can't afford to eat there, frankly.
And Lawrence gives her a look like, I can't afford to eat there, and I've been here 5 years.
It's
Though to
only
be fair,
the,
we apparently have an inn now.
it's only the most affluent cafe in the entire city. The reservation list is... You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
It's miles long. Go out to the bay.
I think Rashal said it's till. I asked during our walk, and I think he said last he heard it was till next. Fall's coming.
Yes, 3 seasons, yes.
That's a long time.
Freaking 9-month waiting list.
9 months for soup. Though to be fair, this is very good soup.
Yeah, right?
So what I'm hearing is, if I ever want soup, I just go over there and offer my expert palate.
Espelei's like about to drink this the shot glass, and she stops when you say that.
Lawrence probably freaks too, like,
What?
He's like smiling, like he knows what he just said.
I was going to treat you all, not caprese, but, well, I may or may not. No, like she sets the still full shot glass back on the bar. She says, I may or may not have already made reservations at the Have you ever heard of a restaurant called? I'm trying to think of a good name. I need I need one of those like trendy pop-up restaurant names.
What? Forgive me for my wording on this. What genre?
Haute cuisine.
Haute cuisine.
This is gonna sound kind of weird, but like the Green Deer or something like that.
Yeah, like
It'd be haute cuisine for, Waterdeep.
it'd be the fucking White Stag, is what it would be.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I may have already made reservations at the White Stag for Midsummer.
Midsummer.
Let's see how others I could get.
Are
Even
we
for
gonna
Heroes
be?
of Waterdeep.
Are we gonna be here midsummer?
I should hope so. Do you have any idea how much that reservation was?
A lot, I
would
assume.
Imagine a lot, yeah.
I mean, you never know when adventure is gonna pop up.
As long as we're back in time, it shouldn't matter. Raiden, you're not missing this.
I don't plan to sip shot glass.
By the way,
for frame of reference, like what part of the season are we in at the moment?
You're still in like fairly early spring. Like, it's like Fayday. You're moving into summer, but you're not there yet.
yeah, we're
So,
just about. If I remember right, we're just about entering the storm season.
Correct.
So a few months out still.
Yeah.
It's not like
By
I'm
the-
going anywhere.
By the way, coffee.
Braden raises his
Yep.
shot glass. Well, let's hope the dragons don't attack.
What's oregano?
It's a plant, pretty tasty.
I
Why?
remember you saying something about it before, and when I was asked like, "What does this soup need?" I said oregano on like reflex.
Blink, blink.
I almost said paprika, but I don't know what that is either.
You know the little fat peppers that grow in the summer?
Which ones?
The ones with the holes on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
Dry those, ground them up. That's paprika.
Oh, neat.
Some people think it's
What?
spicy.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Master Avi smokes his, so.
No, wait, hold. Whoa. What?
You know Avi would smoke his paprika.
While that is true, Ember and Avi do not have a garden. They're in the middle of Waterdeep.
I beg your pardon. Have you never heard of a balcon gardening?
A balcon gardening?
Okay, that's your name for tonight is Falcon Gardening.
I don't know where the knee in the end of that came from. Apparently, I'm expecting a role in the next Monty Python.
Balcon gardening! Yes. Mhm.
Mert would totally tap that. Just as a name.
I think you inserted garden into the middle of balcony there.
I mean, that is how it works usually. Yes, Gracie.
That was good. Bravo.
I have
are
heard
back
of
in
I
5-4.
have heard of a Balkan Gardeny. However, they run a smith shop and there's a whole lot of coal smoke in that area.
That's actually a rather good thing for some plants.
That is true. It is less good for edible ones.
Yeah.
You know what? That's fair.
Also, from what I know
Yeah,
about
don't
coal,
misunderstand me. It's great for the plants. It's terrible for the person eating them.
It's probably great for ash trees.
Yes.
but
But I'm pretty sure an ash tree can't grow in a Balkan garden, eh?
I mean, not with that attitude.
maybe a tiny ash tree.
Moving on.
Oh, I have missed this game.
Right? Though I wouldn't be surprised if Fala had a few tasty things growing in their
That it's almost
greenhouse.
guaranteed.
I've completely lost what we were talking about now.
Paprika.
Right.
Soup. The white stag.
Spices.
Reservations, midsummer. Salk shouldn't be eating things.
Yeah.
Relatively-
So
just how much has the volume gone down in Sock's cup after distributing the shots to us?
He has like a pint and he distributed 7 shot glasses.
So 14 ounces. That's that's a good chunk of the pint right there.
Yeah, it's a good chunk of it, yeah.
I've only had like 4 or 5 bites.
Here's a super
well, at
question.
least it's not the entire pint.
Why was he told not to eat anything? Do we know?
Surgery?
Something about if there's something in the surgery.
And we don't. You
Think
lot are
the
hopeless.
implica-
I expected better from you, Connie.
I told him not to eat anything. I
No,
asked
I'm
him if
asking about what it is that's happening.
This is supposed to be a lesson for her, so I assume she'll find out when she gets there.
Yeah, this is kind of new for me too.
Alright, fair enough.
But I told him not to eat anything. It's not my fault he didn't listen.
It's not her fault, not even a little bit.
So, for the sake of it, who is going to this surgery and who's minding the shop?
I assumed you and Rainier would mind the shop with Leaf.
With the evening rush, also, on the topic, where is Rainier?
I don't know.
It's a good question.
That's a
Rainier!
good question.
No response.
Must be out right now.
Do you expect me
Peek
to do
his
the
he-
evening rush by
peek-
myself?
Peek his head into the kitchen, ask the halflings if they know where he is.
You peek into the kitchen, and there's a halfling in were-rat form, so they're a little bit bigger, holding another halfling on its shoulders, and that halfling in human form is stirring this gigantic cauldron.
Nice.
Should we get you guys some, like, stools and stuff?
They have them. They have little, like, stepladders and shit.
Why aren't they using it?
You have to ask them.
It goes to ask, should we get you guys some stools or something, and just... Wait, we got you guys stools. Why aren't you using them?
This is more convenient.
Really?
A bit, yeah. We're circus folk, remember?
Oh, okay. Just, keep the hair out of the food, please.
That's why he's on the bottom.
Have you guys seen the red-haired server?
The rat goes, "You mean Lord Neverember?"
Yeah, yeah.
Not today.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, keep up the good work, guys.
Is that soup?
Yeah, I can pour you a shot if you want.
What's wrong with our soup?
Nothing. I just got given this from Caprizi.
The halfling almost falls off the rat. You wouldn't happen to mean Caprizi Whisk Wizard, would you?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Buddy Rashal is her brother.
Like, all four of the halflings, like, look at each other. Really now?
Uh-oh.
Sock, what have you done?
You've done something. I don't know what you've done yet, but you've done something.
Should I pour you guys some shots of this, or what?
Just leave the mug. We'll take care of it.
Well,
Oh no!
well, I want to save it. I want to save some for later. Are you guys gonna try to figure out how to make it?
No.
No, come on, be honest with me. Are you gonna try to figure out how to make this?
Maybe.
I won't
What,
be
are you,
mad
a
if you
cop?
are. I won't. I'm your boss.
Yes, but are you a cop?
No. And it's a myth that the police have to tell you when they're police. But, seriously, if you guys are, just let me know. I can figure something out. And by that I mean I'll just leave the mug here and make up an excuse to them why I don't have it.
We promise you, cross our hearts, that we will find out those recipes, yes.
Okay, Sock ain't smart, but that
Make
don't
an insight check.
This is great.
Also, this is like the first time we've interacted with our cooking staff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sok. These are halfling mafioso were-rats. Do I need to say anything else?
It's bullshit. So what is their plan here?
Probably figure out how to make the soup.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you've seen
I'll
people
give you a
post
hint. I'll give you
copycat recipes on the internet, right?
I'll give you a hint because you got a 15 on your insight check. They said recipes plural.
Oh
Wait a-
dear.
No.
Wait a minute.
Oh, they're gonna use what she's put in there and figure out what else she's made with it.
Okay, guys, no extortion, no theft, no bribery. I'm 50-50 on bribery.
The rat, still in were-rat form, goes, "What about murder?"
Absolutely no murder.
In unison, they go, "Aww."
And of course, it's the little rascals. Aw, shucks.
I will say this.
Larceny?
No.
Why not? You do larceny. Well, Brayden does larceny.
His ears start letting on a like itch. It's like he's talking about me.
Yes, but that's because that's Britain. You
And
guys
we're
are better
us.
than that. You guys are better than that.
You're right, we are. We're a lot
Listen.
better than you lot.
Hey now. You're a lot better at me than cooking. I'll give you that. Your soup is fucking phenomenal. Oh, and the pot roasts you guys make.
I'm tempted to make a long pig joke, but I won't.
Oh.
Yikes.
Anyway, point is,
The point is, you want better recipes. We'll get you the better recipes.
no theft, no murder, no larceny. Bribery, I'm 50-50 on.
Extortion?
No.
The rat goes, "Why don't you just say we can't have any fun?"
You can't commit crimes to get it.
You commit crimes.
I do?
Technically, you broke into the vault, boss.
I guess that is technically a crime.
And
No,
you
Brett.
murdered our old boss.
Okay, but she was a bitch.
What about the nobility you knocked off?
They were cultists.
And also trying to kill us.
And also trying to kill me.
Sounds pretty criminal to me.
That's the one exception to the murder rule, by the way. People breaking in and trying to hurt you or others.
Self-defense.
Do you speak Sylvan?
Not yet.
Not yet. Doesn't Pierce?
Pierce is not in here.
I know, but I was wondering.
Probably.
I speak almost every language, and I still have language tokens.
So how are we supposed to get these recipes then?
Ask nicely.
Deconstruct the soup.
Sure, that's great for the soup. What about the rest of it?
What do you mean the rest of it?
Each of them pulls out a menu from one of Caprici's restaurants. Each one's different.
Nice.
Guys, where did you
What?
get these?
Where'd you get these? Internet?
Aha.
Oh shit! Oh wow! I think I hurt myself laughing there.
I mean,
thought I
to
asked
be
you
fair,
guys
they
to
don't
stop
say
going to
you're
that
not
chain. I thought I asked you guys to stop going to that chain store. I don't trust it.
We
They
didn't
would
get
go
these
to
at any
Hobby
chain
Lobby.
store. We found them in a dump. Head, elbow the guy who was talking. We bought them at a estate sale.
State sale.
Honestly?
Yeah, sure.
Or did you take them from the restaurants?
We definitely didn't take them from the restaurant.
Listen. Let's just... I think he's like doing that thing where he's like massaging the brow of his nose.
Mm-hmm.
God, is this what I'm like?
What did you say?
Will... It's like he like mumbles to himself. Is this what I'm like?
Yes.
Okay, so
Is this what I'm like? We learn from the best.
guys.
Fucking nice.
Okay, so I'm just going to leave this here. He like plunks it onto a counter.
Mm-hmm.
You guys do what you do best. Figure out the ingredients. Try to get as close as you can to it. We will worry about other recipes later, so it seems less suspicious.
That is a brilliant idea. That's why you're the boss.
Cool. Keep up the good work. He like walks out.
Yeah, you walk out, we stay with the halflings, and one of them goes, "You heard the man, do what we do best." And they like pull out blackjacks and we fade on that scene.
Oh no!
God damn those little bastards.
Oh boy.
I love them. God
I
damn
love him, but I hate him.
God damn those little bastards. I love
You
them.
hired mafiosa halfling rat folk. What did you expect?
This is supposed to be the redemption arc, he says, doing the cliche Italian hand thing.
Damn it. Yup.
They're rubbing off on me.
No. So, who is going to the temple and who is staying at the shop?
I don't know whether I should go to the temple or stay with the shop. Because, like, stay at the shop help fucking about. But on the
I'll
other
be
hand,
back.
go to the temple just in case something goes wrong.
Well, the cleric, so he's going.
Connie's going, naturally.
Okay.
At least Braden and Pierce to deal with the shop then.
Well, there's also Rockham.
I mean,
Who hasn't
what?
spoke up?
It depends on what time I get back there.
No, you're back.
what
You were back for that scene, dude.
Oh,
here.
No, I was told I wasn't here. What?
No, I said everybody's up to speed, so is Pierce. Like, no, that's all. That's everybody.
Oh, I didn't fucking participate because I thought I wasn't there. Okay. Heck.
I was wondering why you were actually letting someone else have a scene. I was shocked.
Wow. Okay, so Braden.
I'll stay in shop.
So you
Braden.
just stay and train with Derek, Rock? That's the plan?
Yeah, this coffee's getting on my waist a bit.
Okay. What are you doing, Pierce?
Yeah, I think Pierce is gonna like doff a lot of its gear and just get ready for the rush of business.
So you're gonna stay with Asvile and Braden and Rock. Or Braden, are you going to the temple?
No, I'm staying to help with the rush.
Okay. So
If you're staying, I want to go. If that's fair.
You know what you can do? You can go find Rainier and tell him to get here to help.
You know what? I figured out what that last spell is.
What
Yes,
is it?
That last spell is gonna be sending.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't have these spells yet, homie.
I don't have them yet, of course not, but I'm gonna get sending so I can fucking yell at Rainier from across the entire plane.
Okay. Bold of you to assume Rainier Neverember is on this plane.
I mean, it's Rainier.
What you should do, Pierceable, is you should go wherever Braden is.
Yeah, 'cause I do need to have a talk with Braden.
At some point, we're gonna receive like a casting of sending, and it's gonna be Rainier like, hey, so I found myself in a situation I don't know how to get out of. I might have pissed a guy off, and he's put me in a demi-plane of gold. It's great and all, but I can't leave.
Did you mean the plot of Waterdeep Dragon Heist by any chance?
This is great and all, but I can't leave.
Also, consider if Pierce gets ascending. Hey, this is Rainier Neverember. I got a missed call from this number.
Yeah, right.
Oh no, shit.
What are you punching, Sockum? Because whatever you're punching, you're hitting it.
Apparently, holy shit.
What is he doing?
He rolled Falcon Punch, and I'm not sure why.
I misclicked. I misclicked and accidentally rolled a 28 for a punch.
So what are you punching?
Well done.
I didn't mean to click it.
Okay, fair enough. So
Himself,
who is
accidentally.
so Rock is staying at the ranch. Connie is going. Lawrence is going. Sockum is going. Braden and Pierce.
Staying.
Pierce? Heck fall. Oh my god.
Other push to taco friend.
Jesus Christ. The timing, my god.
Alright, okay.
It's done all
So
night.
Rock'em says that feel when you sneeze and put a hole in the wall. Yes.
Pierce
one-
is staying at the fucking Good Night's Rest to talk with Braden.
So do we I mean I would say who do we want to stay with, but Pierce isn't here, so those of you Hello? Those of you going to the temple with Archmage Duvare, let's talk. The sun is setting as you guys make your way through, like, Temple Row with the various temples dedicated to the various, like, deities of the Forgotten Realms. And eventually you come to a gated off, what we recognize immediately as a hospital, but it's the likes of which that you guys have never seen before. Think like Victorian turn of the century, like Outlast style building.
Oh, fun.
It's brightly lit in the setting sun with strange smells all around. It's gated. You're not sure why it's gated. The gates are locked, and there doesn't seem to be anybody around. But on the crest of the gate, there's the symbol of the Brotherhood of the Fountain of Life on it.
Well, I think this is the place.
Shake gate.
The gate rattles.
I said shake. I meant try to open.
Wow.
Oh, you said it's locked, didn't you?
Yep. So the result would be the same. You would end up shaking it.
From which side is it locked? Can we tell?
Probably inside.
Thank you, backstage Brightland.
You can see several people in like what we know as hospital robes being led by orderlies out of the yard and inside. There's like 5 patients to an orderly.
Huh.
You shake the gate, and I think we see the quintessential like mental patient freak out from one of them, and the orderly like grabs him in a bear hug and drags him inside.
Sockham sees that, just puts his arms straight in the air. I didn't do it.
After a bit, a tired-looking orderly comes out. He's a big guy. He's wearing like the Victorian equivalent of scrubs. He's a half orc, big broad shoulders. His tusks are filed down to look less menacing. His hair's cut short. Like he's trying to look as disarming as possible, but he's also a wall of meat to deal with patients.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He's got that like I've been on shift for 12 hours face.
Mm-hmm.
He comes up to the gate. Name.
Sockham.
Blank stare.
Might be under Zumar.
You hurt? You here to visit someone?
I'm here for surgery. Under pulls out, looks at his hand. Archmage Duvare.
Like stares at you.
We were told to meet him here at sunset.
Looks up at the sky. They don't tell me anything. Wait here. Like turns, shuffles back inside.
It's been a long time since we've had anyone say that to us, hasn't it?
Oh, wait here?
No, they don't tell us. They don't tell me anything.
A few minutes later, Dashin comes out. He's wearing like the normal outfit you saw him in previously, the black robes with the skull belt buckle. You know, he looks like a warlock. And he's being followed by arguably the oldest gnome you've ever seen. This dude is tripping on his beard.
Okay.
And they're having an animated discussion. Apparently the gnome is pissed about something.
Are they not?
And when they come into like auditory range, the gnome is saying like, "Mundane healing, Archmage! This is a temple of mundane healing! And we'll need it, my friend. We will need it for what's to come. I will supply the magic, and you will supply... I will supply you nothing!" Dashin stops.
Please?
Turns to look at the gnome. Lord Laurel Silverhand is officially sanctioning the use of your theater, headmaster. The gnome stops. I told them it was a terrible idea to set up in Waterdeep. Fine! 1 hour! 2. Your graciousness will be rewarded. The gnome, like, walks off grumbling, and Dashin finishes coming up to the gate. Takes a little key from around his neck and unlocks it. My friends, you're a bit early, actually. Is everything well?
Oh, yeah.
Just didn't want to be late.
I have a bad habit of that, I found out.
Have you ever been to a place like this before?
No. I tried to open the gate earlier and a guy kind of panicked. That was weird.
He, like, sets his jaw in, like, that, like, I'm disappointed, but it's not your fault kind of way, and gives you a small nod. He says, there are difficult things on these premises. More than that, the guards are trained not to listen to reason. With that in mind, I would ask you to stay close to me, not wander off, and try not to think too much about what you see and hear.
Am I supposed to not have weapons in a place like this?
Typically, no.
Because I've still got my Galestorm and my machete.
You're also wearing bootlaces, my friend.
Oh,
It-
okay.
Is that a problem?
Ooh.
Here,
And-
yes.
Oh dear.
Prince probably gives it half of a thought and winces, like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm curious how that works, but I'm just gonna move on.
Believe me, you don't want to think too much about it. The
Is
good
there
news is
somewhere-
this is a place of healing. The bad news is healing is often a process.
Is there somewhere we should drop things off, or just carry on?
There is not a place that you could recover them if you drop them off here, unfortunately. My best recommendation would be to have someone remain behind with your equipment.
Glances around.
If things go wrong, Lawrence can be a last line of defense. So,
Master Parnassus, is that you beneath that shining shell?
and you know, he takes off his helmet briefly, just, hello, Archmage.
On the topic of upsetting people, he just like nods at you a little bit.
Bit too much, is it?
A bit.
I
Well-
think he looks cool.
Could stay out here and hang on to everything.
Maybe advisable.
Then I'll hang on to whatever might run a risk. And I will be a last line of defense if the worst happens.
Defense against what precisely? I am just as skilled in magical healing as you are, albeit a different path.
Well, given the havoc recently dealt with, just in case something happens with Salcom, and things go off
If-
track, as it were.
You are referring to a violent metamorphosis.
And, you know, he nods a little bit. Just,
I see little doubt of that happening. I would never have asked you to come here if I did.
still, I'm was happy to help.
I will
so
give you a
will
moment
stay-
to pass Master Parnassus your belongings, my friends. In the meantime, I shall try to find some reasonable shoes.
Right.
For the sake of it. Anything small that you may be carrying. Writing implements, field tools, adventuring supplies. Anything that could easily be misplaced. Leave it here. I shall return in a moment.
Okay.
Right.
And
Lauren.
Lawrence puts his back down and opens it up. Like, all right.
So,
In the stuff goes.
so
Dashing turns and heads back inside.
here's my book. My potions. Here's my backpack. Here's the machete. I've actually been wanting to try something, Lawrence. Until I, in good mind and conscience, recall Galestorm to my hand for battle, I give her to you for use. Holds it out.
Okay.
Lawrence will take it very reverently and says,
Yeah, nothing happens.
"I'll protect it as if it was my hammer."
Cool. That should have worked. Oh, yeah, here's my money.
The money's going in, my spare dagger's going in, the
Good plan.
weapons. Yeah. Miscellaneous items. Oh, and money too.
Okay. Yeah, like, the more stuff you leave out here, the less nonsense is gonna happen. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
Sockham's gonna keep his foci on him.
What is your foci? The totem?
Yeah, my little bear totem.
How is that secured?
It's looped onto my belt with a piece of rope.
It's probably still pushing your luck.
I don't think Sockham can bring himself to leave it.
I mean, the rope is gonna be the bigger issue, frankly.
Right. That's where my brain went.
Yeah.
I mean,
Unless you want to just hold it, but
that's probably not a bad idea. Loop it off the rope, drop the rope in the into the bag, just palm the
Okay.
foci.
are we taking our respective pins in, or are we leaving them here? Because sharp, pointy thing.
That's wise. Though Dashin was walking around in his normal regalia, minus his shoes. He was wearing like Agrabanian shoes.
See.
Soft
that-
stuff.
Oh, right, my shoes.
Get your boots.
Connie, you
Yeah.
have hooves.
Yeah, Connie's just kind of clopping around.
I thought you usually wore like special boots. Or do you not do that anymore?
Not usually,
Okay. Okay.
unless I'm misremembering. Like, she had the special boots for the visit with,
Laurel.
yeah, but it's not, like, her everyday kit.
Okay.
That
Are your
reminds me.
hooves hidden?
Yeah, I feel like she's got, like, long pants on, like, long enough to disguise them a bit.
You're gonna be walking on tile.
Hmm.
Slippery.
No, not slippery. It's just like these people are already not listened to enough, and if somebody starts screaming like that lady has hooves, you might cause problem for someone. Just saying.
Yeah, I didn't think about
I would either make it obvious or hide it completely if I were you.
Yeah, I guess she'd roll her pants up in that case.
Okay. Did I nudge my mixer?
No,
Oh, you're
Okay.
good.
that reminds me. I need to get a new Hoffa pin. Haven't had a good chance to do that in a while.
What happened to your last one? I can't remember.
Pudding.
Right.
So, a little bit later, assuming you guys have like disarmed to the best of your ability, I assume like you're leaving your backpacks and shit here. Connie, you might want to keep your like medical tools, just keep them out of sight.
Yeah, she's keeping those nice and tucked away.
Okay. So yeah, so Dashin comes back and he's carrying a little like paper bundle, like cardboard bundle, and he comes out and it's got shoes for all of you to change into, minus Connie, of course. And he like, you see him like sweep his eyes over you, and he sees that you rolled your pants up, and he gives you a little nod.
Cool.
I hesitate to say worst, but the most volatile cases are not along the route that we'll be traveling. Nevertheless, houses of healing can be difficult. Even in the best of climes, even with the best of intentions, suffering dwells in a place like this. Steel yourselves, but try not to grimace,
Deep breath in, breath out. Sockham, classic smile.
Right. Follow me, my friends, if you would. He turns and he leads you guys inside. And it's... Yeah, like... Not to put too fine a point on it, but like... Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Outlast, like a turn-of-the-century, like, hospital. It's got the serving area in the front. It's divided into wings for various things. There are orderlies coming and going. There are patients coming and going. Many are lucid. Most are lucid, but there are some that immediately point at Connie and are led into an adjoining room. Dashin does not stop at the reception desk. Dashin just keeps going, obviously knowing the route that he needs to go, going down a dimly lit hallway past, curtained off rooms where there are the various things that you would see in a hospital. There are elders with family around them. There are, injuries, both comical and macabre. The unfortunate fact of the matter is it's not all quiet necessarily, and that's all I'm going to say on that matter. But eventually, remind me, two of you? It's just Sokka and Connie?
Mm-hmm.
I think so, yeah.
The two of you are led to what I can only describe as the courtroom from Harry Potter.
Okay.
It is a central raised dais with a circular theater around it. On that dais is a hospital bed with some turn-of-the-century equipment on it, and the means to broadcast one's voice to everyone in the adjoining theater. There is a pane of glass around the lowermost rung of the theater, and there's not anybody else in here right now.
So it's one of the old-timey viewing theaters for
Correct.
seeing how a surgery went.
Correct.
That reminds me, Archmage Duvare. That is his last name, right?
Yep, Duvare's his last name. Puts one hand on the bed and turns to look at you. Second thoughts, my friend?
No, I was given a bit of soup earlier, and had 2-3 spoonfuls, in addition to the one that I was given by surprise.
I see. It's precisely what you link backstage with me, yes. Except there's a pane of glass around it.
Right.
And Dashin nods slowly. I thank you for your honesty, my friend, of bringing this to my attention. Unfortunately, that makes our situation a bit more delicate. You see, what we have learned is many of the substances that we can use to treat injury interact with other substances that an individual may come across, sometimes as simply as a glass of water. One of the devices under my employ to help you not succumb to the rigors of surgery requires as clean a body as possible. The results can be painful in most cases and deadly in few.
Okay. So, how do we proceed?
We have a few options. We wait, which, if you heard my conversation with the headmaster, is a poor decision, though I could lean on my diplomatic credentials. We could clean you out, or, if you think you're particularly stalwart, we can proceed without the aid.
That's to say, without ye old amnestic, right?
Without whatever he was going to use. He might have something else.
Good old brick to the head.
I mean, potentially.
Maybe. It depends.
Hey, is that a brick conk?
The problem with that is there's no way of knowing how long you'll be out.
Yeah, that's
Whereas
true.
with
Some people rebound from that stuff real quick.
Right.
Mhm.
Whereas with a gas canister, he can control how long you're under. If you prefer, we can use magic as well.
I see myself as rather stalwart, but I don't know anything about the mundane healing methods, so it's probably best to clean out, whatever that may mean?
Normally, this room is used to invade the body for healing purposes, to extract things that should not be there, to precisely mend wounds that may not be on the outside. In your case, I intend to modify it slightly. Much the same process, but I would be doing this work on your aura, effectively.
My spirit.
It's not a procedure we've done before, but it is one that I believe I am capable of doing.
Well, I've certainly got no doubts in your ability.
That's why I asked for you, Miss Gappleson, because I had intended to use a collection of vapors to render you immobile, unconscious, unable to act. I need someone to watch for your signs of life, as well as the gauges of the various canisters to make certain that you do not fall too far into the river, so to say.
Okay. What do you need from me specifically? I brought the stuff you asked for.
Well, at the moment, I'm not certain because we cannot use them. It is up to the patient on how we should proceed.
I've never been a big fan of it, but I can, go throw it up like I used to do with poison berries when I was young.
Unfortunately, that's not going to be enough. It would need to be out of your body completely.
How do we do that?
I have a few substances at my disposal, but it will leave you shaken and in no inconsiderable amount of pain.
With respect, Archmage, I've already dealt with the process of having slod eggs removed from my body. I don't think you can make me feel much worse than that did.
Cut to Sockham out of sight, making a tremendous racket, and Connie and Dashin leaning on a wall nearby, looking distraught.
Yeah.
Wince of, oh, right.
Make a Constitution saving throw, Sock.
just light shouting, how is it worse than the parasitic egg removal?
Right, exactly. Okay, so you passed your save. You're not going to lose any maximum HP temporarily, but you kind of wish you were unconscious right now. So we see another crossfade, and Salcom looking a bit paler, maybe a little bit lighter in the midriff. Standing in front of the surgery theater. Dashin and Connie have changed costumes to white robes and masks and gloves. And yeah, people are filing into the theater.
Okay.
And yeah, and we can assume that Dashin has explained to you how the anesthetic works, and
Right.
watch his heartbeat. You know him better than anybody else. That's why he's asking you to do this. If he seems like bad things are happening, cast a cure spell on him and wake him up.
Mhm.
But also keep the eye on the gauges. If it goes above this number, that's bad. Even though he's a big guy, just poison stuff. Right.
Right.
And we get the shot of Dashin addressing the various people here, nobles of Waterdeep, academics, other doctors, saying how this has never been attempted before. Surgery of a magical nature, combining techniques that we have had for millennia with those developed here at the Brotherhood. He introduces his assistant. He introduces you as his assistant, Connie. He introduces Salcom by his full name, and like gestures you to get on the hospital bed. Hello?
Angie?
Sorry?
He gestures you to get on the hospital bed.
Oh. You hit on.
Okay, so you lay down, and Dashin like gestures Connie to like bring the mask over, and he leans over to you and he says, "Your trust in me is gratifying, my friend, but for the sake of it, is there anything you would wish if this proves more complicated than originally designed?"
Yeah. Are you saying, like, if I die?
Die less of a difficulty than you may expect with me. He chuckles under his mask. However, you might find yourself maimed if things go poorly.
Well, if I lose a limb, it's not really the end of the world. It's a little disappointing. But if I die, I've got some notes in my desk in that office we brought you to the other day. I'd like those spread as far as they can be.
Very well. And he looks over at you, Connie, like, did you get that?
Yep.
And he, like, gestures you forward and, like, turns over to get some, like, surgical supplies. And we see that, like, while you're fitting the mask over Salcom, we see that his supplies are, like, scalpels and sutures and needles and stuff like that. But it's also, like, a magic wand, an arcane focus. We see, like, some feathers. Like, it looks like hokey bullshit, except we're in a land where magic is a thing, right?
Right.
And then, yeah, we see, like, the camera get fuzzy as Salcom breathes in the gas, and then he, yeah, like, blanks out. Connie, go ahead and roll medicine for me. What's up?
Medicine, you said?
Yep, what's up, Salk?
Nothing. Just me making more musical connections in my head.
Oh, I missed that. What was it?
There's a song that, like, part of the line is just out like a light, out like a light.
Okay. Like, do you want that to stand, Connie? This is an important role. I'm not going to tell you whether or not that's enough, but do you want that to stand?
I kind of want to go a bit better than that.
Anybody got inspiration for Connie?
Unfortunately not.
Is anyone gonna question it if I do magic?
I do not have inspiration, unfortunately.
You're not able to do magic. You are currently helpless.
Oh, okay. I was gonna give out Bardic.
You could do it before you went under.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So, Connie, if you want to use D6, D8?
D6. Until next level,
okay.
I think.
Alright.
Alright.
Okay, so 18 total.
Alright, I'll take it.
Okay. So that's gonna give Dashin an advantage. Dashin has a surprisingly high medicine. He's got a +5.
I would hope so if he's in an operating theater.
Right? He's a wizard. So he's got pretty high end. I believe medicine is int, right?
Whiz.
It's whiz.
No, it is int.
Medicine is whiz.
Yeah, he's got a +5 to his int. He's
Wait,
got
what?
No, I was wrong.
It is whiz.
Okay.
I'm looking at it right here.
Okay, he's got +3 to his whiz. He's got a +4 proficiency bonus. He is an expert in this, so that's +11. So let's see how he does. Got an 18 and a 19. So the roll for the surgery is a 30.
Wow.
Oh shit.
So yeah, what we see is, like, Salcom goes, like, blacks out. We don't see any of the, like, actual surgery, but we do see, like, Dashin, like, incant, and this blue, like, white blue, like, spectral, like, shell of Salcom, like, rises out of it a little bit, and that is what Dashin is doing surgery on. But eventually, like, Salk, you wake up in a hospital room with Connie and I assume Lawrence like sitting nearby. The surgery went off without a hitch. Your Malar corruption has been removed, as has your werewolf, like anything you got from lycanthropy is gone.
That includes my barbarian bonuses.
Yes. Well, no, you still
Right.
get your barbarian bonuses. You don't get your like additional barbarian stuff.
The +2 to strength and the resistances and stuff.
Oh, right. No, yeah, no, you're right. You know, because you're Path of Spirits.
Mm-hmm.
So you're right.
And
Yes,
ancestral guardian.
correct. So for those of you who were not asleep, it's been like 6 hours. It's the middle of the night, and Salcom is finally like coming around. Dashin's been in and out, but he's got other duties.
Right.
Mostly, like it's been on you, Connie, to like see if anything changes, and he's been fine for the most of it. And then like he's just now waking up. Salk, you feel like shit. Like you feel like a pressure you didn't know was there has been released, but it's left you feeling weak and tired.
Welcome back.
Whoa.
Hey,
Whoa.
How you feeling?
Nauseous is the answer.
Better and worse in all the wrong ways.
By the way, Connie and Salk have inspiration.
Nice.
Lawrence, give me my axe. Give me.
yep.
You do
Like-
not have the axe. You did not bring weapons in here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
I want my comfort weapon.
couldn't bring it in, brother. Sorry.
Fuck.
Hey, they couldn't let me bring my hammer either. So
Or your armor.
yeah,
Yeah.
I could just
But-
recall it, but I don't know if it'd respond with how I feel.
just take it easy, brother.
Sorry,
It's waiting for you to just-
I'm probably not speaking loud enough with that tone.
No,
Yeah, a little bit louder would be nice, but for the most part, you're nailing it.
yeah, just take it easy, brother.
Yeah. It's waiting for you. Just sit tight.
Take it easy. Believe me.
Connie, you were advised to get Dashin when he wakes up, and also he can have water, nothing else.
You thirsty?
Yeah.
I'll be right back. A, water, B, Dashin. Or maybe A, Dashin, B, water,
I
whichever.
mean, water's already
find.
there. You could just get it
Oh.
for him. Yeah.
And yeah, pour him some water. Help him drink it if he needs it, and then I'll go find Dashin.
It's equal parts like the finest, freshest, like springtime spring water you've ever had, and a hot iron directly into your stomach.
Oh,
Oh, I actually know that feeling.
yes, so do I.
That's a good cup of water, but holy shit.
Yeah.
Hey, brother. How are my tattoos sore?
His body remains unchanged, like he's not even bandaged.
Yeah. I don't know, but I'm gonna go find Duvare, so I'll be right back. You got this, Lawrence?
I will say this. Simply because he's huge, Salcom was strapped to the bed. So if you want to undo those, Lawrence, you can.
Just loosen things up a little bit so you can,
Connie, you dip out,
without possibly falling off.
go down a couple of hallways. You find Dashin. You hear like a baby crying and a lot of like tearful laughter from the room that he's in, and then he steps out and he sees you and like pulls his mask off and he looks surprised. Like, delivery, I take it he's awake.
He is.
Let me get cleaned up and I'll come promptly. Yeah, and a little bit later we cross fade. Connie's sitting back in the room with you two, and Dashin comes in. He manages a smile. He says, "Well, you woke up faster than I expected, my friend. I was expecting to bring you breakfast. How are you feeling?"
Well, Archmage I apologize because apparently I was wrong. This was worse than the slot egg removal. This is the worst I have felt so far. But also, I feel a lot better.
I should hope so. The best way that I can describe it is you had too much liquid in not enough glass, and I've taken some of the extraneous pieces out.
Cool.
I'm honestly surprised that it worked, but I'm glad that it did. I'll be writing dissertations for the next week, but that's not your concern. Your concern now is to just get better. I am sorry about the result. I know your spiritualism is important to you, as it is for many of your people. It's not lost to you, not completely.
I actually already talked to... I talked to Snorri just yesterday.
Thank you. I know I wasn't muted. I'm sorry.
I've got a whole thing planned out where I'm gonna make a trip to Bear's Heart and reconnect manually.
I wish
or not manually, directly.
Yeah, I understand. I wish you nothing but luck, my friend. You are not required to stay here if you feel that you can leave, and frankly, we need the bed. However, you are welcome to stay, if you like, and wherever you go, I recommend at least a good night's sleep, if not 2.
We'll make sure he gets it.
I'm gonna... Listen...
And normally I would say no heavy lifting, but you're, well...
His idea of heavy isn't our heavy idea of heavy.
Precisely.
Just me walking around is heavy lifting for some people.
I have something for you.
Oh, yeah?
It's a bit grotesque, but it's yours if you want it.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
And he like reaches into his robes and he pulls out like a jar, like a little jar, about the size of a peanut butter jar, and in it is a claw of Malar. Not literally Malar, but like the claw of someone affected by Malar.
Oh shit.
It's the same like dried finger that Derek had.
Oh jeez.
I coalesced the dark energies that I removed from you, and this is what they became. You're welcome to it.
I can't even... I'll take it.
He like sets the jar on the bedside.
Oh yeah, you recommended not letting Blackstaff have this stuff, right?
I recommended not telling Blackstaff, but you're out of danger now. You can if you wish.
I was gonna try to find out if I could get Pierce to make it so the glass won't break, so I can have it as a neat knick-knack. Knowing him, he'll end up reporting it, blah 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 blah. You know, nerd stuff.
I advise you not to tell the Blackstaff because Vartra's solution to a threat in her city is the end of a spear, and I believe that I could help you. I have done so. You are now free to speak to whomever you wish.
Awesome. Thank you again for your help, Archmage Jafare.
Yeah. We owe you big.
There's
Anything you
nothing of
need.
it, my friend.
If there's ever anything I can do to repay it, I'd be happy to.
He stops. Like, steps a little closer, pulls the curtain. I'll be in town for a few days after you've recovered. You can come here, or you can send for me. I may take you up on that, but only if you think you're up for it.
I'll be fine. Once I get my belt back on and I get Galestorm in my hand, nothing can stop me.
Well,
On that note, Archmage,
Malar certainly cannot stop you. Oh, on that topic, before I forget, you are susceptible to contracting lycanthropy now. That protection is no longer afforded you.
Thank you for the heads up.
And if you ever feel strange or you have any symptoms return, don't hesitate to call for me.
So let you know if I get a particular craving for red meat. Got it.
Right. Like, pats you on the shoulder, he turns to go, and he says, "Before I forget, Miss Gambleson."
Yeah?
"Well done."
Thank you.
And steps out, leaving the three of you alone.
Hey, Lawrence.
Yeah, brother.
You know, with respect to our tavern and how wonderful it is, our beds aren't, like, the comfiest in the city.
I mean, neither is this.
Right.
It's like
I
a
kinda-
like a steel cot with some leather on it.
Oh, I remember that feeling too.
Mm.
I kind of want to go rest up at the, He's like pointing and snapping his fingers.
The yawning portal?
Yeah.
I guarantee your beds are better than the ones at the Yawning Portal.
Oh, really?
The beds that you are the heroes of Waterdeep. You walked into a furniture supplier and said, "We need beds." They were like, "Let me get you the good shit."
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
they basically offered us the beds that they sell for 2,000,
Yeah.
rather than the beds they sell for 600.
Fair enough. We'll just backtrack on that idea then.
Okay. I mean, I assumed you wanted to have a private conversation with Durnan.
Honestly, that might not be bad as well.
I didn't think you actually meant the beds.
Talking to Durnan isn't a bad idea. It's been a while since we've checked in with him.
Durnan gets you more than most people in Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm a big strong man that wants adventure, and that was him once upon a time.
It's still him. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but now he doesn't want adventure.
I mean,
He
no.
he absolutely
See,
does.
yeah, exactly.
Now he has responsibility.
He does. He can't. That's the difference.
He
He
wants
has-
to, it would just kill him.
He has a responsibility now. You think he's next to that portal by convenience?
Hell no. We saw that in the very first episode. He two-shot a beholder zombie, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Fun fact about Waterdeep lore. While the city was still being set up, Durnan looked Mert dead in the eyes and said, "I own the 40 feet around this portal." And no one ever contested that.
Nope. So anyway, wasn't that pre-spell plague?
Give or take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. So
so
Anywho,
you guys wanna fade out on this scene?
Yeah.
yeah,
Where are you headed? Yawning Portal?
probably. I'll get to the good night's rest, I would think.
Okay.
I
Regardless,
defer to where Sock
somebody-
wants to go. Like,
somebody poke
just went through
Nightfall.
shit.
Like,
What do you wanna do?
We're good.
I'm here.
Oh,
So, in the meantime,
Sorry about that.
no. By all means, like I get it. I tried to handle it lightly. At any
Yeah,
rate,
yeah, you're good.
at any rate, while all of that is happening, we cut back to the Good Night's Rest, where Brayden, Esvile, and Pierce and Rockham, although Rockham is busy training with Derek. So
Yeah.
Yeah, Rockham's out back in the alleyway.
yes, exactly. So Esvile, Brayden, and Pierce, it's been like 30 minutes since the others left to go to the hospital, and the halflings come out of the back and like, we're knocking off for the night.
Wait, what happened to the evening rush?
It's still
For food.
like, it's still due. And the halflings are just
Okay,
dipping.
sure. Like
I-
Biden would turn to him. It's like, wait, hold on, it's a bit early, is it not?
Is it time
Still go.
for you to go?
It's like
Still got the
this.
evening rush.
My sister's having a baby, and you know how family is to us.
I'm gonna
insight that, James.
I mean, go ahead. You can. One of you can give advantage to the other one.
What's your insight, Brayden?
My insight absolutely sucks, so I'd probably better give it.
Mine's +5.
Yeah, you.
All right. Rolling some insight.
Cool. I mean that tracks. Halflings are all about family.
Hey,
Well, then you should wait for Connie. She's medicine person, remember?
Like Braden would look
I
at him and
suppose.
like, okay,
but
that tracks.
this is the first time we're hearing about this.
Well, yeah, we only need one night. And I mean, it's not busy. I didn't think you'd mind. The soup's ready. You should have enough for the rush.
I mean, yeah, that's fine, but like,
Great. See you tomorrow.
you couldn't have let us know in advance that you
A
need
bit
a day
of a
off
heads up
without
would have been
notice?
nice, you know.
Yeah, heads up.
Like they start to leave, and the last one out like turns around and he goes, "We didn't know until this afternoon.
What? Wait, you're all about family and you didn't know until this afternoon?
We knew she was pregnant. We didn't know she was having the baby.
That you knew she would be having. Go.
I love these guys.
Good night."
And Braden just like shakes his head, she's like, you know,
No,
you've done your job, off you get.
like turns, slams the door. You turn back around as Vilia's drumming her fingers on the counter.
Like Braden just sighs and like, Jesus, people really need to get better at fucking.
We need to like.
You know they were lying to you, right?
And
I know.
she's like checks her nails. She's like, "What did I tell you about taking the bumpkin out of the country, Brayden?"
Looks at her slightly confused.
You can't take the country out of the bumpkin?
We need to set up some policies, like. some
Okay, yeah, I know you
advance
said that, but
or
what are you getting
something.
at in this situation?
They were lying.
No shit.
Yeah, I kind of guessed that,
But
but
we're the asshole for calling them out on it in that situation.
Did you notice they were armed?
like head perks up, looks at the door. No,
They were
They're
armed.
always armed. They're always armed.
Yes, I
Have
agree
you seen
with
them
you.
in the kitchen?
However, their armaments have been moved.
you know what? I honestly don't care what they get up to, just as long as they don't bring it back to the fucking tavern.
They're off the clock. It's not our problem.
I hope you're right.
I mean, if they do, then we'll be having words.
I mean, then they don't have a job.
So, I have a proposition for the two of you.
Go on.
Set the sign to closed, and let's enjoy the evening.
Not a bad idea. Looks to Brayden.
It's not, because I'm going to be worried the whole time Sock's at the fucking hospital.
Frankly,
Like, yes,
I would rather not get groped with only the two of you here. No offense.
Yeah, either they're getting stabbed or lightning bolted.
I mean, you say that like I wouldn't be capable of throwing them out a window.
No, you're perfectly capable of throwing them out the window. That's my point. Rainier can talk them down.
We're gonna turn it into a bar fight.
Rainier could talk them down. Sockham shuts them down.
Yeah.
God, I might turn it into a bar fight. The point is, I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And it's not like we're hurting for money.
True.
Yeah, I think Pierce goes and like turns the closed sign. Even when it's closed, I think like there's still like a note on the closed sign. If you have a room, you're still welcome.
Oh yeah, obviously, like it, like
I
even
always-
like, but that doesn't go into like the guest rooms don't go through the tap room. There's an outside staircase.
Ah, yeah, that's
You're
right.
just closing the tap room.
Gotcha.
Aye, pretty much. The people that are already here can stay, finish their drink, have their meal.
Yeah.
Just no one else is to come
Exactly.
in. Well, at least
Me-
we've got some soup that we can enjoy for dinner.
Yeah.
How much you want to bet they spiked it? Awfully quick to point out the soup, I'm just saying.
I mean, my question would be, why
Yeah,
would they
I'm gonna head to the kitchen.
Okay.
Hmm.
This really follows you.
like, Brain just shrugs, and it's like, I don't see why they would spike it, but...
Is
To
there
cause
like,
a distraction?
is there like just a large pot of soup in here?
Yep,
or something?
there's a giant cauldron of soup where it usually is.
Go over to it,
Okay.
sniff at it.
Smells like soup.
Doesn't smell off.
You're also not used to smelling poisons and whatnot.
Can't you cast a spell on it?
I can.
Detect poison is a thing.
No, like I have that spell. It's in my amulet,
Well,
Insight.
and I'm gonna do that.
the
Wait,
soup is
detect-
not poisoned.
Detect poison is in your amulet?
Yes.
Yes.
The one you got from Black. I thought that had identify detect magic.
It has
It
those two
has
and
three
detect
spells.
poison.
Oh,
And detect
okay.
poison.
Cool.
He just never
No,
used it.
Not,
No point of order.
I've never had a reason to. It's not poisoned.
Well, at least it's nice to know that they're not going to try and sabotage us.
Though, as
I should
Vila
have been
did say,
against you.
spite. That's not necessarily meaning poisoned.
I mean, you know what? That's fair.
Pierce goes to get like one of the cups.
It's just
Or
super, super,
dishes.
super spicy.
Okay.
And gets like a scoop of it into the bowl or something. Tries it.
Okay. It is damn close to what you had in shot glass earlier, but it's not there. It's like the lesser version of it.
Dot dot dot.
It's
It's
like Brain is
missing.
looking at him with a bit of concern, like, was that the best idea?
It was missing the
Did
oregano.
Sokka bring this back to them?
You got it out of the giant cauldron, Percival.
Did Sokka bring them some of
Did
his soup?
Solcom walk in with a giant cauldron? No, because then we would have two.
No, he had soup. Did he bring it back here? Because this tastes about the same. Not quite, but about.
I'm going to look for the tankard that he had.
Yeah, it's back here. It's in the sink.
Finds the cauldron, like, picks it up, like, holds it out to them. I think they might have tried to recreate it. Puts
They
it
were
down on the
already
counter.
making soup when he came back in. They would have had to... Well, you did say it was lesser.
It's not quite the same as missing something. Holds it out to Zile.
Yeah, she like...
You have a better palate than I do.
Just because I spend my father's money on expensive food doesn't mean I have a better palate than you. She takes a bite of the soup anyway.
He raises his one of his eyebrows.
Brain's just going to get a bowl and, like, spoon some for himself.
It's about the same. Just... the quality of the ingredients isn't as good.
See, I wouldn't have been able to tell that.
And it also hasn't been simmered long enough. Oh well, it's still good. And dinner. Like, scoops the bowl
No.
out.
He takes his bowl.
Passes
back.
one to Pierceable.
I already had a bowl.
So,
You,
where's Rainier?
Couldn't tell you.
shrugs, not a clue. He didn't say he was going. No, he didn't say he was going
I need
anywhere.
to
did
have a talk with you, Brayden.
What? Why?
he? What did you say to Blackstaff?
It's not what I said to Blackstaff, it's what she said to me.
Raised his eyebrow.
I love how you're having this conversation in the kitchen. That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, this is absolutely a conversation to have over a nice bowl of soup.
Valid, but you're not sitting at a table. You're just like in the kitchen. I love it. No, it's good. It is exactly what our generation would do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's very much the NightLites kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
He
the
used to sit in a chair
straggler,
when the counter rolled it.
the straggler patrons are less likely to overhear in here.
As
Yeah.
Vile like pulls a wooden stepladder over and like kneels on one of the rungs.
Pierce is like leaned up against the counter eating.
Right.
Like Brayden's on the counter.
Like clear a space and just like hop up and be like, okay, I probably need to sit down for this.
She knows your Zentrum.
Like mid taking a bite, it's like, "Ay,
He's just
Her
staring
and
down
half
at
a
his
bloody
bowl
water
of-
deep.
He's just staring down at his bowl of soup.
Bryn looks at his Vila, it's like, I'm not that obvious about it, am I?
You're not obvious about it, but you don't hide it either. What I mean by that is, look at you.
She's got a point.
Does
just
Zentrum have
because
a
I s-
reputation?
I mean, just because I'm a sneaky git doesn't mean that I'm associated with the sneaky gits.
Wow, that
You know
is
what?
true.
Now that I say that out loud, yeah, it's a bit obvious.
What do you think the commoners are going to say?
Yeah, because it's not like you see the fucking Harpers going about dressed like this.
It's just like any maid you see on the street. They're gonna assume they're black staff.
How many mages do you see on the street, honestly? Likewise, how many harpers do you see on the street? And
I've
by
seen
that I
one
mean harper
recently.
agents.
Recently, the last one I've seen was Duvare.
That's my point.
Yes.
That was days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas anyone with a cloak and a dagger and a rapier and gloves that look like that in various pouches, people are going to assume. I mean, look at me.
Point is, you
much
ain't
getting
subtle.
around it. It's not much getting around it aside from, I don't know, plain clothes.
Then he's a
I
big
mean,
scary orc.
Then I'm just a big scary orc. The other point of that is that it wouldn't be
I
prepared.
mean, what's worse, big scary orc or Zentrum?
Big scary
I mean,
orc, frankly. Zentrum is an officially recognized guild of Waterdeep.
Okay.
Not
Look,
only that, if I'm at least dressed like a Zentrum, I'm prepared for if anybody decides to jump me.
Big scary orcs come down from the mountains and abuse farmers.
At
You
least
have a
I'm not getting
point.
stuck in that camp.
but regardless,
Yeah.
she
Hey, she knows
she
if she's
wanted-
gonna do anything about it.
she wanted me to try to get as much information as I can from you regarding the Zentrum.
I mean, for that, I would also need to know a lot about the Zentrum, of which I don't.
I think he shrugs.
I
I told her I would do what I could, but I wasn't driving a wedge between us.
mean, that's fair. I'm not gonna put a knife to your throat and try and get information about you for Blackstaff for the Zentrum either.
She told me whatever information I got from you, she'd make sure you weren't in the crossfire, which I'm not entirely sure is 100% truthful.
I mean, it's a better offer than you'd probably get from fucking Siraj.
Doubting your own guildmaster, Percival.
Hmm?
Doubting your own guildmaster? Not the wisest course of action.
I mean, there's doubt and then there's watching your own back.
Reasonable, I suppose.
I think he like points his spoon at Brayden.
What else did the Blackstaff have to say? You've been mumbling to yourself all afternoon.
She didn't know anything about that soul devourer you mentioned, Brayden.
Like, you,
Oh,
like nonsense.
right,
That's a
about
shame.
that, Brayden's
Oh,
offered me a
we've
new
got-
outfit if I go scouring the sewers with him, so you're coming along, Percival.
Yeah,
I agree to
we got
this.
we got some information out of Umbra. At least
Alright.
we know a ballpark of where to look.
I know this isn't Umbra's domain, but could you see if you can get any information about Dragonkin attacking the Sword Ghost?
What?
Like echo that at the same time. Like brain is really saying it unison.
There, according to the Archmage, there's been reports of almost simultaneous across the Sword Coast of not kobolds, like larger, attacking farms,
Large
fishermen.
kobold. Dragonborn?
No, bigger.
Bigger than a dragon. Okay.
A half dragon?
Serious question. Did
What do you know? Wait,
did Sockham say anything to us?
wait a
about,
second.
like, the-
No.
Wait a second.
Can I get a word in?
Yes, no, Sokam has not said anything about his
Okay.
talk with Rashal.
Okay.
Not even as the talk with Rashal. I more like meant the dire kobolds.
Again, that would have fallen under. I don't believe he
Okay.
talked to you guys about that at all. No.
Not yet, no.
Okay.
What do you know about half dragons? I only learned of them today.
Not a great deal. I believe the Dark Master in Port Yanzaro is one. I don't really know what they are, except bigger dragonborn.
Oh, by the sense of it, they're an offshoot of them.
Nods. If we leave the city, we should be on the lookout for them, I suppose.
Are we intending to leave the city?
Not yet. I don't plan to anytime soon, but something to be aware of.
I'll make a note of it if I go patrolling the city walls, I suppose.
Were they sighted anywhere near Waterdeep?
Or Goldenfield.
Closest one was Neverwinter, but
So a good deal away.
It's a week by carriage.
you say that.
A 10-day, but still, yeah.
You say that, but these attacks happening across the Sword Coast at the same time, something's being planned, and I don't like it.
Oh, hold on. You didn't mention they were at the same time.
Yes, I did.
I missed that then.
I said
Pull that one back.
simultaneously.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, cicadas come everywhere at once.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Or
Yes, but half dragons aren't cicadas.
how do you know?
What the?
Brain just gestures at him. Wizard.
I think after that he just pulls out the book.
So yeah, Percival pulls out like
I have a page bookmark too.
big gaudy book, and on the cover it says Volo's Guide to All Things Scaly in gold font.
And like immediate flip to the page is bookmarked.
You know what? I'm not surprised that fucking Volo made a book on that.
Roger thought this page was about kobolds.
No, the footnote was about kobolds.
Oh.
The page is about half dragons.
Ah, that makes more sense.
The
Okay.
footnote talks about their bestial kin. She thought that was kobolds. Now she's not so sure. But it's still a very pale lead.
This was the book Roger gave me, with as much information about half dragons as I could ask.
But I thought you said it wasn't half dragons we were dealing with.
I'm sorry?
Did you not say it wasn't half dragons we were dealing
I
with?
said it wasn't dragonborn. And his Vile interjected with half dragons, which I was about to get to.
Okay.
Two
could
pages
be.
in one of Gedon's older works. You'd better not let Rashal see you with that.
You should absolutely let Rochelle see you with that.
I shudder to think what it has in there about Dragonborn.
I think you'd flip to the index and try to find where it would be about Dragonborn.
There are... God. There's an entire chapter devoted to Dragonborn. There are multiple pages for each color.
I have to. Oh, I was gonna ask about the new contents of the UA being present, but that's not likely because you haven't read that over, have you?
No, but I do like Gem Dragon, so it is there. It just may not be in the UA style.
Gotcha. What does it say about? There's also Gold Dragonborn, yeah.
I would recommend, and I think it makes the most sense that Pierce will return to the chapter first.
Yeah, the whole chapter first, yeah.
Yeah, I think the introductory sentence is going to put him off.
Oh dear.
The chapter begins with, while not actually dragons themselves.
Just flip, immediate wince.
That's not the look of something
Lost
that
some
was...
respect from me.
Why? What did it say?
Bolo had a respect
While
to begin
not
with.
dragons themselves.
Right, okay, you know what? Don't show that to the shop because he will burn the book.
I
I
want you.
don't say that lightly.
But
Or he
Lord
might
Dedon is
burn
hardly an expert on anything except perhaps how to get drunk.
And how to make an ass of himself.
He's a bit of a
Precisely.
fuck. We met him.
And
What the-
apparently how to sail the chult.
Point of order, we respected Volo in the first place.
Right?
I mean, we didn't know what it was like in the first place.
He's a bit of a fuck. We met him.
By the way, I'm just saying, Volo is in the early stages of Baldur's Gate 3, and
Oh no.
and Larian Studios nailed him.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I'll look forward to that one.
that's all I'm gonna say. Like, it is terrible in the best way. Anyway,
I will say this. I'm willing to bet the information here is outdated, but I can almost guarantee you they're nothing like cicadas.
I wouldn't jump straight to orchestrated attacks. Have we ruled out, I don't know, pipeweed?
Looks at Pierce
Is that-
intensely.
I'm not sure I know what that is, and I'm not sure Pierce knows what that is.
You know what pipeweed is. It is
Okay, the
precisely what it says on the tin.
Yes, I know this. Does Pierce know what this is? That's the
Probably.
question I want. Okay.
Amber Ridge has, like, a semi-commercial farm. You probably grew pipeweed.
It's profitable.
I don't believe so. But unlikely.
Have we
I mean, a bit
ruled
more
out
information would be good.
alcohol? Have we ruled out disease? Have we ruled out fey trickery? It seems a bit of a jump to go straight to...
Fey trickery is almost worse than orchestrated bullshit.
I agree with you. However, it seems a bit premature to say the dragons are invading.
But
You
didn't
say
you just
that,
say it?
but
Also, how and why?
that's what we don't know.
Well, I suppose how close were the attacks? You said Neverwinter, but
Yeah, but they also extend further south. There's no way these... There's no way they have communication with each other unless they have access to some sort of magic.
well, how accurate were the reports? Was there a lot of different gaps between them, or
I mean, come on, Brayden, farmers. Common.
Farmers, miners, night watchmen, and you're screaming about an army? You're supposed to be a captain in the Blackstaff.
Just like a glare towards her. I'm I'm only explaining what I'm told.
What you're being told is ridiculous.
I also think you misunderstood what I meant there. But is there like significant differences between?
I mean, even if they're from like,
He
yeah,
means the attacks themselves.
I mean, despite the distance between them, they're consistent.
Then that rules out hallucinations or just being drunk.
Not
Just off the
necessarily.
bat. The chances of like that many people in such a distance having this same thing happen, it's
I agree with you. The chances are ridiculous. Odds are... Well, look at it this way. You're a bumpkin. Bear with me. What keeps you up at night aside from aphids in your cabbage patch? Demons? Dragons? And... what? Goblins?
we did get attacked by a band of kobolds at one point.
No, it was goblins.
Lizard folk.
Was it lizard folk? Sorry.
It was goblins.
No,
No.
it was kobolds.
Was it? Okay, I was right.
I thought it was lizard folk. No,
No,
what
I'm
the-
No,
90% sure
they were.
the
They
little-
were. No, you thought they were lizard folk because they were your size.
Right.
This is
You were
this
a
is back
kid.
in ALA.
I'm
Right.
90% sure those were goblins.
They were
There were
kobolds.
goblins. There were goblins that attacked the adventurers. Like Sirgis.
Yeah, goblins attacked Tristan, Tula, Tankin, and Derek, but kobolds are how Lawrence got his scar.
Oh.
That's one I was
Kobold-
talking about.
Kobolds are also how Sokkum got his necklace.
Mhm.
Because, ooh, shiny teeth. I remember the witch lady saying she wanted these.
Mm-hmm. You see something that you can't explain. It causes you harm, and it's not it's not immediately identifiable as a wolf. You're going to shout demon. You're going to shout dragon. Are you not?
Yeah, roughly about something along those lines.
While I am with you, but when all of the reports given lead to a description of this, like the diagram of the half dragon, a bipedal dragon,
Which
Lizard folk
dragons aren't
exist,
common to
Captain.
begin with.
that have breath weapons.
Nowhere in the report. Nowhere did Roger say breath weapons.
You did say breath weapons.
No, I did not.
No.
No, I
You-
said they had breath weapons when you said, "What do I know about Dragonkin?"
Oh, no, never mind.
Nowhere in the attacks did I say breath weapons.
That is fair. Okay, backtracking.
For all we know, some Chilton thunder lizards got loose on the Sword Coast.
I think they made a play about that.
Yep.
Pierce, like, shrugs a bit.
I'm not saying that these people weren't attacked. I'm not saying we shouldn't keep our guard up. I just think it's a bit premature to be saying the dragons are invading. Specifically that.
Fair enough.
Like Braden's just like scratching his chin, like thoughtfully. I mean, it's not something to be completely worrying about at the moment. It's a good, 10-day off.
At least.
So yeah, keep ears out for if it starts moving closer, but at the moment we're fine.
Pierce nods. Now, what's this about the sewer?
Looks at Umbra. Got a ballpark where we need to search
Ow.
for
The
quotations.
ballpark is down, below the city. That's all we know.
So it could be anywhere from the sewers to the Underdark. Got it.
I mean, no, I did show it a picture of the sewers. It said here somewhere. Tried to get specifics. I
Oh.
told no.
Well, the sewers do touch Undermountain, and Undermountain touches the Underdark, so maybe Percival's right.
I mean, if there's a soul devourer down in the Underdark, we have more things to worry about.
I mean, yes, I'm pretty sure her name is Loth.
Hey, I've met that.
What do I know about Loaf?
Make a religion check.
Pulls out Tome of Pact Magic.
Jesus.
Make a religion check, Piercy boy.
I'm rolling it.
Alright, you have 4 questions about Loth. Go.
Gamgee would Wolf be in there. You nearly got fucking given a curse weapon and told to use it in her name.
What?
Yeah,
What?
you right.
What are the domains of Loaf?
Darkness, trickery, treachery, and I want to say night, but I'm not sure about that one.
Okay.
Well, we glad you didn't take that cursed weapon.
What culture's pantheon are they most affiliated with?
Drow.
Drow. What? Could you give me maybe a brief list of gods that are opposed?
Opposed to Loth? Pelor, Selune,
I was gonna say most of them.
yeah,
Gods that are opposed to Lolth. Just look up good gods.
yeah,
and take a check.
basically.
Anybody that's good or neutral is
Bahamut,
opposed.
Kelemvor, whatever the fuck Ophelia was a paladin of, I don't remember. The Lord of the Open Road, he's opposed to Loth. Yeah, basically, if you're good or neutral, you don't like Loth.
Okay. I'm guessing the Raven Queen is also opposed to Lolf.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. That's 2 or 3.
That's
I've
3.
already asked. 3. What is Lolf known for doing? I know, the gods can share a domain, but they acted out differently.
Right.
How does Lolf manifest her?
As things that go bump in the night.
So basically the Underdark god. Got it.
Oh, also, Lathander is the Lord of the Open Road.
I got one more question.
Nope, that was your 4th question.
No,
That was 4.
That was 4.
Okay, you did say 4. You did say 4. Yep.
Okay. That's what you know about Loth.
I mean, the more that we stay away from the Undermountain and Underdark, the better. I keep going to say Underhive.
Chat says, how does Loth manifest her power? 8-legged bullshit. That is correct, chat. Thank you.
There you go. I keep going to say Underhive, and that's not technically wrong.
That's not technically wrong, but it's technically wrong.
Something deep nest.
Yes.
Listen here, you're not wrong, but you shouldn't say it.
Deep nest, but very slightly more subtle.
So you don't know you're in deep nest, but deep nest knows you're here.
Yes.
We're sitting here discussing it, pulls it, fucking takes Umbra on his finger and looks at it in the eyes. Is the Soul Devourer down in Underhive? Fuck, Underdark.
What's the Underhive? Right. Is the Soul Devourer down in the Underdark?
Or Undermountain, whatever it is.
You get a definitive no to Undermountain. You don't get a response to the Underdark.
There's a chance that they can't.
No,
know
normally
what's in Underdark.
Go ahead, Del.
Well, normally
Sorry,
no
Dad.
response is don't even bother looking there.
Aye.
And I
Well, as
also blanked
thoughtfully.
on a question that I should have asked earlier. Can we find any clues at the fucking name? The demon fucker's like estate.
Victaro Castellanter's
Aye, the
estate.
castle hunters. Aye.
Umber doesn't know.
The fuck's estate.
They don't know.
Maybe.
Okay, so definitely.
Umber's
Susan.
not omniscient.
I know. That's why I'm just asking the questions.
Something occurred to me.
Oh god.
Wolf and the Raven Queen are opposed, from what I know.
Yeah.
There's like I'm saying the same character.
Oh, sorry.
There's a chance Umbra can't know what's in the Underdark. Aside from general knowledge.
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, as Vila goes, does the bird know anything that's not general knowledge? Like, do you have a particularly special bird, Braden? A magic gift from a dream notwithstanding, I mean, like, is it prescient?
I mean, it probably knows. I'm not even gonna guess. I'm just gonna ask it.
What do you ask it?
Just gonna ask Umbra, like, are you omniscient or prescient or whatever?
No.
Do you have like, information from the Raven Queen herself? Or her liaison? She didn't even give me a name.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, okay.
And it says messenger.
Then, okay, if you're a messenger, then why won't you tell me where the damn thing is?
I think it just like you get the sense in the way that it tilts its head that it's giving you the look like, really?
I mean, the point was to kill it, was it not?
I don't want to speak for the messenger of a goddess, Braden, if that is what the bird is. But I dare say, if it knew, it would send a more worthy spear than you.
Rude.
My head turned to look at her, just like, and also the point is to try and prove myself.
As Vile is a great character, she's not a very nice girlfriend, though.
No, she... Really, she's not a nice girlfriend because she said if the world-ending soul-sucking monster was in a place that the goddess would know, she would have sent a bolt of lightning. That's being a bad girlfriend? Really?
She watched Braden fight fucking
yes.
I guess bad isn't the right way to put that.
You're misinterpreting what she's saying as Braden is not good enough. What she meant was he would have sent fucking Hercules. Like, oh, I know where this thing is. Let me just throw my staff like Rita Repulsa and fuck this thing up. I don't need an agent for that. Like, that's what she meant.
No, I'm going off the fact that when I asked, like, can you give me a decent ballpark in the source where it is, it went no.
Yeah, because you can't. You said,
okay, like that's different. Being like no and I can't.
the question
No
that you,
is not fucking find it yourself.
the question you asked was, can you X and Y Z? The answer to that question is no.
Okay, fair. I misinterpreted that wrong then.
Yeah, you misinterpreted it with the Scottish turn of phrase instead of what you literally asked.
Yeah. Okay, I'll rewire that to ask literal then.
Yeah, think of the bird like a computer.
Okay, that clears it up.
There you go.
Later. Ones and zeros, got it.
It's a bird!
So
Yes,
I
it's also a
guess-
magical one connected to a goddess, your point.
Not directly connected,
It's a messenger, but still.
like osmosis. Anyway, go ahead, Nightfall.
Osmosis Jones, the greatest movie of the early 2000s.
You joke, I loved that movie.
It's a good movie!
Fuck you, I'm joking.
Okay, you know what, fair.
I guess when Sockham gets back from the procedure, he'll probably have to rest, but Connie and Lawrence can come with us.
We're going tonight?
I was just about to say, let me ask the
Absolutely
board how.
not.
Definitely not tonight. But if I can ask how pressed Gamara is.
Oh, it's absolutely pressing if it's a soul-devouring creature.
Yeah, obviously it's a soul devourer, but is it you need to deal with it now, or is it, you'll be fine for a day or two?
I would be very surprised if the bird knows. The bird doesn't respond.
The bird's gonna give you a look like, bitch?
Probably. Point being, we best not leave it for too long because we've seen what happened with the
So
Well,
here's a
but-
wonderful idea.
Uh-huh.
We've taken the night off, the tavern is mostly empty, Rainier's gods nowhere, there's no Zentrum in the basement at the moment. Let's take the wizard to the haunted mansion.
The what?
Salcom was supposed to join you guys for that.
Yeah, with Sokka's not
You
here,
could have
and
muscle.
and Svile feels like fucking with Piers.
Not only
Okay,
that, it's
fair enough.
out of action at the moment.
Define haunted?
I mean, only for
Did you see a shadow and got spooked?
Something spooked a pair of hellhounds.
We dealt with that though.
Aye, but who knows what else is in the mansion? I mean, after all, mine's got secrets.
That is true.
I mean...
And my parents aren't cultists of Asmodeus. Publicly.
Wait. I'm missing the name again.
Wait, hold on! What says really? Excuse?
Would you be surprised? I wouldn't.
I wouldn't, but like,
Are you
fucking that kind of information
suggesting-
would be nice if in case I get hellhounds suck
I-
after me.
Don't know if they are. I don't exactly talk to my father, Brayden.
Are you suggesting that we go snooping through the ruins of Victorio Castellander's house?
Ruins?
It's not
Can
fell
we-
apart yet.
It's been uninhabited for like 10 days. If that. What are you talking about, ruins? It's a bit
I guarantee
dusty,
you
perhaps.
size
The
of-
cheese has probably gone off, but ruins? Honestly.
Did you see the size of that that we fought? That came bursting out of that house.
Alright, I'm
Did we?
not entirely sure on that one.
Regardless, yes, I'm talking about Victorio Castellantis' estate.
I mean, you might be able to detect some stuff that we couldn't.
There might be valuable spellbooks there. Yes. there might
Exactly,
be
so you can go get
I
some.
know.
There are certainly
There-
valuable things there, but more importantly, it's haunted and you're cute.
Hey. Pause. Look to Brayden. Look to his Isvile. Look to Brayden. Gestures at his Isvile.
Brayden just has a smirk on his face because he knows. Which is
Just- Bitch!
What? The look on his face is like, what the fuck?
Oh, put it this way: would you rather drag Sockham there? In his state?
Yes, Sockham needs to rest, and we need someone skilled at magic. It's
Bingo.
fine, the Hellhounds will love you.
I'm not wearing the stupid scale mail. Training
What?
with it sucks. I'm much better with magic armor than I am this bloody scale mail. It's heavy, and I hate it.
Funnily enough,
Yeah.
Brayden and I are also better without scale mail.
Ba-dums.
They wear leather armor because it's made of hide.
I'll have to find him more.
Fuck's sake!
It's not my fault. The joke made itself easy.
Ugh.
So hanging
We-
fruit.
We'll get you a nice black turtleneck and everything will be fine.
No thanks.
What, you're going to go snooping around the ruins of the manor in that?
Just said it wasn't ruins.
Yes, that's the point.
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum.
I have common clothes. I don't have to wear this cloak.
You mean you're dressed like that on purpose?
Stare.
She's got you there, Percival.
Like, ticks off with her fingers. I'm applying for Blackstaff Tower. I have my spell book, I have my pouch of reagents, I have my silly robes. No?
It's.
Or
Dumb
are
as
you
it
just
sounds-
trying to make it
it-
obvious to everyone that you're a wizard?
As dumb as it sounds, tradition.
Braden looks at his Vela, and we all know how well tradition goes.
Yup, Esville's trying very hard not to laugh.
No, I need to
Actually,
stop that.
Why?
I have a question for you, Pizzle. You know about wizards, just in general, right?
Nods.
I heard a theory, and I wonder if it's true.
He's gotten him another bowl of soup at this point.
No, I'm sorry, I have to say this. If we were going for tradition, I would be a bard.
If we were going for
What?
tradition, I would be married by now, and you would be a rug on somebody's floor.
I'm sorry?
He's an orc. What, have you never seen orc leather furniture?
I think Braden winces at that, like, bit far.
Moving on.
Some
No.
traditions.
Question about wizards.
Okay.
Wizards have the silly oversized robes, the silly pointy hat, the silly giant
Hat's overrated.
towers in the middle of nowhere,
That's just Galder's Tower.
the ridiculous wooden sticks that they carry around,
Quarterstaff.
whatever. Is it
Good
true
for an
that
arcane
wizards
focus.
start as reasonable people, but all the magic they use causes everything around them to get longer?
You just
I'm
kind
just gonna I'm just gonna mute.
I know you're fucking with me. I know
No,
you're
I'm
fucking
genuinely
with
curious.
me.
Is that a thing or not? I don't understand magic.
I mean, he flips through the book. I think he pulls out the book that Roger gave him, and he goes to the spell. It's one of the spells I want from this book. It's Galder's Tower. The more magic you pour into this spell, the taller the tower gets. So yes.
Oh, if that's the case, I need to start filing my tusks. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
No. I think Isvile, like, you know that GIF I have of, I think, Marilyn Monroe, like, about to bust out laughing and then realizing it's not ladylike and, like, covering her mouth and looking away really quick? Isvile does that.
Nice.
It just, like, walks into the tap room like, I cannot deal with you. Like...
For the record, Braden says that with as straight a face as that he can.
Uh, 30 seconds of silence, and then Isvile from the other room just goes, "Are we going or not?"
Fine.
Claps hands, let's go.
Let me change. Like rushes upstairs as fast as he can.
You run up the stairs, make a dexterity saving throw.
Shit. I am encumbered.
You're also wearing robes, bitch. Stairs, robes, and speed. Pick two.
They at least have a +1 to these.
Cool.
That tracks.
Cool. So you're just like, let me go change. Storm upstairs. You get to the landing between the two staircases, and just you're out of sight of Brendan's Villa. You just eat shit. We hear the classic Nightfall. noise.
I'm okay.
Do I fall back down the stairs?
No,
or just go
You
head
just
towards
trip on the
next
landing
flight?
out of sight. You just trip on the landing. There's a hell of a noise.
I think Brayden just takes out a bit of paper that he's got and just makes another mark on it. Puts it
I'm
back.
not taking damage from this, am I?
No!
Okay.
I mean, you're taking damage to your dignity.
Yes.
It is literally the exact same thing as we're having a scene and there's nightfall.exe over Discord and then somebody goes, "Are you okay?" and you go, "Nothing happened."
You know.
It's literally
what
the
they
exact
say.
same thing.
Yes,
You know
I
what?
know.
You know what they say? The best way to tell if nightfall is around is just wait to hear the sound of someone falling over.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Or
Like,
listen to the sound of
Like,
comedy hit
you
the
haven't
Yeah.
fallen or dropped anything during this episode of ITW, but you did fall out of your chair during bomb. So
I do,
Yes,
I
I
do,
did.
I do. In fact, not believe he hasn't dropped anything. I think he's just had the presence of mind
I
to
mean, I was
mute
muted
before the
during
sound.
No, I was muted during half this episode. You don't know what I've done.
okay, valid, but also you fell out of your chair during bomb. Moving on.
I did.
We just
So
wait
you-
for
I'm
you-
the
okay.
You change into what exactly? What do you have?
It's common clothes,
Okay.
but I imagine it's just like.
It's
What's the
it-
equivalent?
Like, you don't have a t-shirt and jeans. What is it, homie?
Oh, absolutely not.
a tunic and focus.
No, it's.
I just
not
realized,
exactly
as soon as I said t-shirt and jeans, it hit me like a freight train.
Hmm.
what.
But
Look at Pierce, like, on the ITW screen,
Okay.
and then put that in a t-shirt and jeans, and tell me that's not Ellie from The Last of Us 2.
God
Yeah.
damn it!
It actually makes me think of a young Bill Dotrieve.
A little bit, yeah.
But I think it's like there's a bit of a long sleeve like button up shirt.
Okay.
Something nice but not impractical to wear.
Okay.
Decent pants. I wouldn't say they're like perfectly because they've
Okay.
been in his bag.
Right.
They've been in his bag. But they're like just middle of the road
So
quality
what I'm
fabric.
hearing is field work clothes.
Yeah, a bit.
Okay. So
But-
time passes.
but they're,
Pierce
like-
comes back downstairs. I am very, very afraid of this answer, but I'm trusting you here, Delta. Pierce comes back downstairs. What are Brayden and Isvile doing?
If anything, probably laughing their asses off from fucking hearing him fall.
I mean, it's been like 20 minutes. They're still laughing.
Would you be surprised if they were?
Actually,
Yes.
no. They've probably dug out a map and going
Oh
over
yeah,
the
they're totally in heist mode, of course.
heist mode, going over the estate, where can we get in? How do we avoid dogs? Da.
I think like, has it been agreed on by the two of you to fuck with Percival as hard as possible?
Oh no, obviously.
Okay, so you hear Percival on the stairs, and Isvile goes, "So, providing that time hasn't destroyed the glyph of warding, we just need the third mirror angled." Oh, there you are.
You're not qualified to talk about magic.
What?
Just sigh as he's walking downstairs. It's like he's heard an entirely wrong explanation of a spell, probably.
No, you heard what I said.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, backtrack that bit. What's this about a glyph of warding?
Well, we had to get in one way, didn't we?
We're through the third gauntlet now. We're just trying to figure out what to do about the portal to hell.
They've got some sort of mirror puzzle set up around it. It's just trying to figure out where to set the last one. I was thinking maybe south, towards the other crystal, but
Hey,
But it's not the equinox.
it isn't. But it's the most obvious, and people tend to overlook those. I mean, the worst it's going to do is set a demon off after us.
If
We can run
need
faster than Pierce, we'll be fine.
portal, I can cast Dispel Magic.
On what?
The portal.
And you assume it's being held together by magic. These are demons that they could be using blood rights for all we know.
Yes, and that's a form of powering magic. Yes.
Well, if you can cast a spell magic, then Brayden might not need to turn himself into gold then.
I.
Or would you prefer to make certain that I don't catch fire?
I'm sorry. Start from the top.
Right, starting from the top, check your reagents, and you'll see that we need you to realize that we're fucking with you.
And at that point, Brayden will laugh.
The simple fact of the matter is we don't know what's in there.
Other than the two hellhounds outside.
If the City Watch did their job, they'll be gone, which means they're probably still there and hungry.
Then be prepared to fight a couple of hellhounds. Got it.
Fight
would
nothing, we take a couple of stakes and walk past them.
Yeah.
Or an orphan, whichever's easy to get.
I just feel like...
They're hellhounds!
We're not feeding a child to a hellhound.
They are adult orphans.
If that's the case, we might as well try and fucking convince your father to go there and visit.
So about that Dispel Magic...
I also think he has his satchel and his shield is like off and clipped to the back part of his the back strap of his satchel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's actually a smart secret to get to.
I'm ready to go whenever you are.
Right, but jokes aside, am I getting some meat from the kitchen or not?
I would, just in case.
Yeah,
I mean,
just
I'd rather not fight hellhounds. I'd rather not fight at all, frankly. Oh, bugger.
What?
As she's walking into the kitchen. Victaro, or rather, Amalia, was a mage. They might actually have magical traps. Ducks back into the kitchen.
Oh boy.
What would be small and accessible to take with that's like expendable? Like nuts? Stuff like that?
Yeah, like nuts,
maybe
cheap
like grapes or
booze, like ordnance from the kitchen. You got a lot of food.
I'm more thinking something small that you can like roll across the ground that if could set off a trap.
I understand. Yeah, nuts, small fruits, again, cheap booze. Like you could do that.
I would shoot back to the kitchen, like grab a sack full of a small sack of nuts and whatnot. Trail mix if you like.
You can't
Just-
possibly still be hungry.
I mean, I might get peckish along the way, but it's more. It's more if there are magical traps, we can maybe use them to set them off instead of, stepping into them.
It's really like pokes her head out of the kitchen with a quirked eyebrow. Do you not have ball bearings? I do.
I do, but why use them when you can use...
Because the trail mix is actually good.
Like I said, if we don't finish it on the way there, we can use that.
Also, secondary point, am I bringing wine?
I'd rather be sober for the job.
Not for you, you lovable oaf.
Then why are you planning to bring wine?
It removes fingerprints.
Wait, it does?
No, it doesn't. You might want to ask her about that.
I'd think let Braden would look at her like, you what?
Wine stains, dries, it's sticky, it attracts bugs. Someone touches it, now they've ruined our fingerprints.
That's actually fair.
The City Watch would clean it before touching something with it on it, because it's gross, and they would clean up our mess. If there is one, which there will be because you're coming with us. You're the one who refused the black turtleneck.
I wear gloves.
How wonderful for you. You still have hair.
And he pushes like the left side over his shoulder a bit. His hair's long.
Yeah. I mean, so is his Vila's, but she wears a hood.
I had a hood on my robe. I had a hood on my robe.
And now you're not wearing them.
And now I'm not wearing it. Got a point.
I now need some fan art of Pierce in a hairnet.
Also, we spread some wine around. It looks like a couple of drunks broke in.
Fair enough.
Honestly, I'd be surprised if drunk vagrants haven't already broken in. Which means we might find corpses.
Let's hope.
But we may get blamed for it.
Then let's not get caught, Besides, you're the heroes of Waterdeep. You could say you were doing your civic duty and trying to get them out.
And with you here, they might actually believe it.
Oh, they're not going to see me, Braden.
I mean, I don't plan on getting seen either, but just in case.
Wonderful. So Percival's the one spelunking around the ruins of this manor house in the middle of the night. This will go swimmingly.
Oh boy.
Right then, shall we go?
Onward to adventure.
Like, puts both hands on Percival's back. Diversions first. I think the last shot of the episode is just Vile shoving Pierce out the door and the three of you setting out into the night. I think that's where we're gonna end it.
Braden closing it.
All right.
Yeah, totally. We're back, apparently.
Great.
Good to be
John back into Waterdeep.
Yeah, right.
It was great to be in this.
Yeah. I've so missed this.
I have missed Waterdeep so much.
I missed this so much.
Well, I hope I was able to deliver, friends.
You did great, Bard.
Thank you.
So.
Let's
Like,
do some shout-outs.
Even with the stuff, it was still great.
Brightwind got disconnected most of the, well, about the last, hour or so of the stream. But he's over here. You can find him at these places. He's been sick, that's why I wasn't talking much, but he was here in spirit, as he is often when he's not feeling up for it, but he still wants to be a part of the show. You can find him over here. If you need some art, let him know. He's also designing our Dice-Icive action emotes, so if you see the DA emotes in chat, and you like them, you can thank Brightwind for those. He's a good dude. Definitely give him some love. Let's see. Gamzee, give us a shout-out. Or Gamzellas, pardon me. Give us a shout-out.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, my name is Guy Gamzelas, the Hero Bard, telling the tales that need be told. I've been perusing my library looking for a good story to tell, but until then, you can always find me on the Discord, in DM, or on Twitter at the Homestar Homie. And until we meet, have a fantastic rest of your night.
Trescare, give us a shout-out, please.
Hey guys, Trescare here. I'm a mod for Kids Discord, and while winter has come and gone, I still knit soft and fluffy things, and the chill will be back before we know it. So if you need something like a blanket or a scarf, feel free to hit me up. That being said, with summer coming and vacations still happening for those that it's safe to do so, if you need help budgeting, I'm also not a bad claw at that either. So if you want some help, feel free to let me know.
Birchmila, give us a shout out, please.
Hey, I'm Birchmila, aka Gracie. I do a lot of art and things, and I also love tabletops. So if you like either of those things, give me a poke.
Have fun tonight, Gracie.
Yes.
Do. Delta, give us a shout out, please.
Yo, I'm Delta, your resident Mad Scotsman. You'll find me hanging about Kit's channel, doing mod stuff, keeping the archives together.
And
Usually
we are
playing the
grateful
game-
for it.
God damn it.
Sorry.
You'll usually find me playing games such as Destiny, Warframe, whatever other ones I decide to play at the moment. And if you ever want to join me for them, you're more than welcome to. Just give me a shout if you ever need something, if you ever need a hand with something.
Says your light level is 961 on my overlay. I feel like that's not right.
Yeah, it's not. It needs to be changed. I keep forgetting to change it.
Nightfall, finish us out, please.
Hello, I am Nightfall the Kitsune. I do admin stuff and things around the channel. I'm almost always in the Discord, and if you need anything, feel free to give me a poke. One day I plan to get back into streaming. It's not anytime soon though, but if you want to see more of what I do, I also play in Valm on Thursday nights.
For my part, as ever, I am the sharp-eyed Kitsune, the teller of tales and the weaver of mysteries, the masked bard. This is the channel that is devoted to lore and storytelling, world-building, role-playing, and discussions of those things. So if that's to your fancy, you're in excellent company here, and I do hope that you enjoyed your time with us. I stream every single day that my health permits me to do so, and we're rolling with advantage in 2021 and beyond, which is 2 chances to get to given stream. I will be back tomorrow for more of our reshoot of Dishonored in the afternoon, and then I've got a meeting that evening, so it will be a half day, as it will be for the foreseeable future as we get some stuff squared away for an upcoming Dice-Icive Action event. For more tabletop goodness, though, we'll be back on Tuesday evening after Dishonored in the afternoon with Dice-Icive Action Crown of Fangs, our Tomb of Annihilation module playthrough that is about to ramp up in pace due to where they are in the story, as well as what we discussed during the fireside chat. Stop by if you like tabletop role-playing games, or if you don't know if you like tabletop role-playing games, we'd love to have you. For now, I'm tired, and I need to close the book on today and leave you with these parting words. From myself, my keepers, and those joining me on the stage this evening, to all of you, the regulars, the followers, the newcomers, and the lurkers, whether you're just having a seat by the fire or you've got a running tab at the bar, remember, there's always more stories to tell. And hopefully, I'll see you all next time for another tale of the KnightLites and a new chapter. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and hope to see you again very soon.